Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, He Wants You.
Brilliant. Yeah. So, Carl, off you go.
Well, we're not going to do Freak of the Week here.
Okay.
Right? Because we've done quite a bit of that in the last 20 minutes.
We've
right?
OD'd on freaks, you think?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll just shift it a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't, like I keep saying, don't want people to be thinking we're sort of taking the mick out of anyone.
No.
Right? Because we're not about that. I feel like I can do a little bit of it because I work with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
It gives me that right.
It's like a care worker. Yeah, I understand.
Well, it's like that thing of you can't be homophobic because I've got a couple of gay mates and stuff.
Sure.
I think it sort of gives me that edge.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're not freakophobic because you work with Steve?
No, that's right, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, by that token, I should be able to sort of slag off, the mentally ill.
Or
at least mentally handicapped.
Now, there's a term you don't hear very often. In 2003, there was the
mentally handicapped. Isn't that what it was?
I don't know where to start.
But
I'd like to apologise for the Lady Diana stuff, the term mentally handicapped, and any inadvertent racism that we may have stumbled over.
What's the actual term then? Is it retarded?
Right, come on now. But yeah, that's all I was thinking with the Freak of the Week this week. That's what I'm saying about Freak of the Week. It's to get people thinking, right? Thinking how lucky they are. That, they don't have to
comb their face. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Freak of the Week is to let people know how lucky they are.
Just...
What about the little freak you're talking about? What are they thinking? They're going, oh, he's talking about me. I'm a little hairy lizard man on a stick.
Pop in, give us a call. That's what I'd like to do on a TV programme. That's what I want to do. I want to go and, meet these people and say, right, let's just go shopping. Let's, we'll film what your normal day's like.
Yeah.
Let's pop out. Nip into Sainsbury's or whatever.
Yeah.
Buy a comb.
Park right up close to it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So what you're saying is you just want to get a little message out there, which is that there's always someone worse off than you.
Well, there's proof of that in this room. You know what I mean?
Oh, Carl, when's your train?
In a minute, I'm going to get going now. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Carl.
Brilliant. What are you playing? You going to play a song?
Kirsten McCall.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Well, there's the darkness. They believe in a thing called love. Carl, do you? This is XFM 104.9. That is my favourite band at the moment.
You love them?
I absolutely love them. I think they're funny. I think they're straight down the line with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. Oh, brilliant. See them on Jules Holland last night?
I didn't, sadly, no.
Brilliant.
Were they good?
Yeah, absolutely jumped. Oh, I mean, Jules didn't know what to do.
was he playing some Boogie Woogie?
They wouldn't let him play Boogie Woogie over the song. That's what I mean. That's why he stayed back. But
I can't imagine it was very good. Then.
He shook the.
I'm surprised you say they were good.
Jules wasn't
thinking.
I thought. Hold on, this is missing something.
Yeah.
This is missing someone from Squeeze vamping over them.
Exactly.
But they did well without him.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
Well,
here we are. Then we're back. XFM 104.9. Carl had to leave early last week, but you stay to the end this week, mate. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need another holiday.
Oh, he started already.
I mean,
Steve's made you look like a bit of a twat already, and it's only 1:05.
But the only reason you don't go on holiday is because you have to spend money.
Oh, and he's gone straight back.
Well,
He's gone straight back.
I can't come back to that.
Oh,
it's just dynamite. It's just absolute. That was
Although
the
last holiday Steve had, he sort of found a third world country so he could live like a king for a week. It was Cuba, wasn't it?
Going to Cuba, amazing. We can almost rule the place. If it weren't for Castro, I'd have been in charge. Kind of cash I was flashing around. They do anything for $1 over there. It's extraordinary, literally. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
definitely. And I went to Kenya before that.
So he thought, and the prostitute said no. You were going.
Yeah, well, it was $2. I mean, I'm not made of money.
Do you have a good holiday, Carl?
Yeah, it was all right. It's all right. Went down to Cornwall.
Now
So
you're going to the monkey
some odd
sanctuary.
people down there, Steve.
Well, don't look at me. I'm not from Cornwall.
Well, you're from that sort of area.
Well, not really, but never mind.
Genetically, he means.
Right.
They're weird.
Well, you must have slotted right in.
What are they weird? What do they look like?
Just all sort of odd people. A lot of old people, but not just old, sort of messed up old.
What do you mean messed up old? You can't just say that. There's.
There was a woman with a funny neck.
Okay, in what way was it funny?
Why did she have a funny neck? If you were writing an essay, you wouldn't say there was this woman with a funny neck. How would you describe it?
she sort of had her head, like, pointed down all the time. Like,
Don't do it, it's his radio.
no, but just for you, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Walking about like that.
Yeah, okay, right. So, brilliant.
I don't know. I was saying to Suzanne, what happened, you know. What do you think?
Because Suzanne knows everything. That's the good thing about her being with you. You just ask her, what happened to her? And Suzanne goes, Carl, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been here before.
Suzanne, your girlfriend, or mummy as you call her.
Oh, sparks are flying.
Yeah.
Flicking through, because there's always interesting stuff in there. There was something about swingers.
Right.
I was like, what's all that about?
Yeah.
And it had an interview with some people talking about, you know, how they sleep about a bit.
Yeah.
And I thought, if my wife looked like that, I probably would. Because there was a few pictures of them and they were all pretty ugly.
Yes.
I thought, right. So I took that in, soaked that up, thought, there you go. Carried on reading. There was a bit in there about how women still have crushes, right?
Yes.
And the woman was going on about how she's 38, right? But she still fancies Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, even though it'll never happen, she's still got that little bit in her head that thinks one day she'll leave Gwyneth, right? And end up with her, right?
Right.
Anyway, so I'm thinking this is a bit boring, but I'm flicking through it all. And,
Is this a Rockbusters clue?
No. Right. And I read further on, right? And, she said, you know, I like to go out with my mates and we come up with lists in pubs of people who like, oh, you know, they'd be nice to go out with. She also came up with a list of unlikely lost objects, I think she called them.
Yeah.
Guess who was in that list?
Ricky Gervais.
Think again.
Karl Pilkington.
Right. Next one.
Johnny Vegas.
Said, lanky co-writer.
Rubbish.
Lanky co-writer.
What do you mean lanky co-writer?
Well, do I need to say any more? He said,
hang on, wait a minute. Let's not talk about... I don't know why you're laughing at my expense. I'm an unlikely lust object.
yeah,
But yeah, what was it called? The list?
The unlikely lost object.
Yes.
list. You were in there, right?
Who else was?
Well, you weren't in there.
Richard Madeley,
Fine.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy.
Alistair Campbell.
Brilliant. Another handsome dude. What are you talking about? You think I'm ashamed or embarrassed about that? I'm proud of it. What magazine was it? I need to buy a couple of copies.
Yeah, it was.
Need to get a t-shirt made.
Yeah, and did she leave her number?
Yeah. What magazine was it? I was just out of interest.
I think it's called Red.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But now you've dissed those people that are putting themselves in their swingers because you said they're ugly. So now we know what magazine it is. People are going to look at that. People are going to look at that poor woman and they're going to know you think she's a hog.
No, but I think they even know.
Was there a picture of the woman who's
know.
drawn up the list of unlikely lust objects? Mm-hmm. What was she like?
I wouldn't waste my time.
Thanks, mate. I know you're on my side.
The Thrills on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, object of unlikely lust object, Steve Merchant.
I'd like to have that now, prefixing my name everywhere I'm written about.
I know, yeah. Did he make the freak list?
Whoa!
Which is a different magazine, isn't it? And I'm joking, of course. Karl Pilkington, a man of sort of quiet dignity and and in a way, he's got his own sort of inner beauty, hasn't he, Karl?
Not really.
Do you think?
Well, I'll tell you why I don't think it is, because the woman that wrote the piece saying that I was an unlikely lust object has just emailed in. And Karl, you've offended her quite considerably.
What did he say?
Why?
I wouldn't waste my time, is what you said. She's repeated that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste my time, the flaming cheek. Although it's a horrible picture, I am, of course, in real life, a vision of loveliness. I'm not 38, I'm 25. I don't think Stephen's that unlikely lust object. A sense of humour is important, and he's welcome to my phone number if he wants it.
That sense of humour is important. That's a down.
Is she a swinger?
Stop it!
Don't have a go at the woman,
I'm
for goodness sake.
messing about. She knows I'm messing about.
Well, how are you messing about?
I've told you this though. I've told you that anyone could be listening, haven't I? I've told you that before. Things you say, but we encourage him. We say, "What does she look like?" But it's meant to be rhetorical. That was a joke. That was Steve's joke. What does she look like? I.e., him joking, like, "Oh, I'll call her up because I'm on a list," and then you have to say that. I mean, that's what I mean. So chances are, if she likes Stephen, she hasn't seen him, she listens to the radio. So, the likelihood is that, she was listening to this show.
Yeah.
So, think.
Will I drop the thing I was going to do about Lisa Riley?
Well,
She's not listening.
Some people deserve it.
She's still at lunch.
What, from Tuesday? There's an all-you-can-eat place going out of business as we speak.
Oh, bloody hell, she's back. You killed me. I gotta do Bambino. Please leave now. Please leave. So,
No, but she knows we're only messing. This
everyone knows you're only messing. We're all only messing. I hope we don't offend anyone of, any kind out there. We're only joking, aren't we, Carl?
Yeah.
Say something nice about her.
What can you remember of the picture that you could say was good? Maybe she was wearing some nice
wasn't
clothes.
anything, to be honest. I'll have another look and have a look. I think she had a nice shirt on or something.
Well, there's the best band in Britain, in my opinion.
Big words.
The Darkness, Growing on Me, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Have you got the album?
And already, they've had an argument.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know whether we need to cheapen the show by discussing it, but I asked for a particular track. Karl is the producer, and he failed to get it for me. He's failed to bring it up from the record library. Completely failed in his mission. He needed to get 2 records, and he failed to get one of them. A 50% error rate there.
Yeah, but like I said, I looked in the system, it told me what album it's on, I brought that album up. I'm busy.
But, okay, so fine, you're absolutely fine then, that's no problem. Once again, that's a great excuse, Karl, brilliant. The show has been ruined, it's been partially ruined, but you've got a bit of an excuse.
Alright, I didn't make a big deal out of it when you said, oh, and whilst you're down there, get us a new 50 Cent single.
I never said, why don't I get the new 50 Cent single? I asked you if 50 Cent single was lying around.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been here, I wouldn't have worried.
So I get it, yeah, I did that for you.
Right.
And when I come up, you say, has it got swearing in it? Well, I don't know, it's 5-1, Steve.
You're the
I haven't got time, I've been whizzing around.
You're the producer, it's the brand new single. I'd have thought it had been lying around in the XFM office anyway.
But I don't have time to sit around listening to music.
Sure, well, yeah.
Right? I know that you have. Now you've got an iPod that can hold 7,500 songs. I don't know when you're going to get round to loading all them on, but I haven't got the time.
Sure.
Busy.
Yeah. Fine, okay. No, that's a perfect excuse, Karl. Well done, mate. Right. I just hope that I never have to depend on you in a real emergency.
I had a bit of bad luck as well. I wanted to play REM, and maybe the listener can help me here. Can you email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you know what song I'm thinking of? It's an REM song. I think it's on the album of the last one before. And he says, Mulholland Drive, and I'm Steve McQueen. That's all I know. I'm sorry, I can't think of the title, so I need the title to look it up, if you know what I mean. I can't put in like that. I can't put in Mulholland Drive. The system goes, what are you talking about? So I need the actual title of the song to look up to find it down in the library.
Oh, well, I'd go down yourself if you're going to go down to the library and get that. I wouldn't send Karl, because...
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
But if he wanted to, he did have time, because he came in at 1:20 rather than 5-1.
Yeah.
So.
No, I told you about that record that I wanted it yesterday, didn't I? So you had 24 hours notice. So that's not really an excuse, is it?
But I did find one of my favourite songs of all time, which is Bones off the Benz album, and it's Radiohead on XFM 104.9.
And here it is, because you gave me lots of time
Yeah.
to find it. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could have brought it in himself.
No swearing in it.
Oh, proper rock band. Best band since Thin Lizzy. The Darkness.
Well, big words.
Growing on Me. XFM 104.9.
A bit rash, I think.
R. Gervais, S. Merchant, K. Pilkington. With a little bit of that. I know for a fact, that Steve is getting a little bit sick of Karl's attitude.
Oh, his attitude's appalling.
I quite like it though, because straight away friction, and he's sort of like,
To be fair, I genuinely don't think I'm the culprit in this. I think I come in and I just ask him a simple request.
Yeah.
And immediately on my back. Whinging, moaning, whining. I don't know if there's any evidence.
Well, it's funny you say that actually, because in a survey, it came up this week. It's quite extensive. Mancunians take more sick days than anyone else. Mancunians take more sick days than workers in any other city in Britain and Ireland, according to Manchester-based employment firm. Survey by Peninsula found employees in Manchester take 11 sick days per year, whereas closest rivals Edinburgh and Dublin take an average of 9. Liverpool, Newcastle, Birmingham, Cardiff only 8.
Is Reading mentioned there, or
no,
Bristol?
it's not even in there. They don't take days off. London is only 7. So the point is, I mean, I don't know you can take anything from it, but if you're an employer and you had a Mancunian and a Liverpudlian and they were equal on everything else, but you really couldn't afford them to be away, Liverpudlian's going to probably be away for 8 days.
Sure.
The Manc's going to be away for 11, phoning in sick. And
so what can you? I mean, just analysing the data there. What would you extrapolate from that?
I really don't know. I mean, call in if you've got any clues, or email us in if you've got any. I don't know why they. I think maybe. I don't know. Mancunians.
I don't really know many people from Manchester.
Well, I only know one, but I know he was off sick because he put on wet trousers and he got
a cold, I think.
Yeah. Well, he just said he was. Didn't come in for. Yeah. He left early as well once.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's the survey. I don't know. I mean, it's evidence because it's statistics. So there you go.
It's guaranteed evidence that's proof.
Any thoughts on that, Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk?
I mean, oddly enough, you're from Manchester, Carl.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
On what, sorry?
On the survey.
Wasn't really listening.
Sure.
Well, Mancunians take off more sick days. They call in sick. I mean, presumably spuriously.
Yeah.
I mean, because they've got the same body. They're biologically the same, so...
they're obviously making up. They're lying.
Yeah, some of the days. Maybe they're just the 3 extra they're making up.
Yeah, they're moaning.
Probably because we work a lot harder than the others, so we're tired, so you're sick, so you need time off. Probably.
Seems unlikely.
I mean, the Scousers, to be honest, take them on, let them work in your office. But you know how many computers are going to go missing?
Right, that...
So offensive.
Is offensive.
Right.
This is a survey that proved. You just made that up. You just carried on the myth that Liverpudlians thieve. Now that's not true. That is not true.
Well,
it's not.
Well, some of them do.
There's been no survey that you're more likely to thieve if you're from Liverpool than if you're in Manchester. So that hasn't been proven yet. So all I've got is the evidence from a survey of, I think, 3,500 people. It's proof that Mancunians take off more sick days. XFM 104.9. This is April Come She Will by Simon and Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel, April Come She Will. A lovely love song there. The X list was all about sort of like sexy songs because of the death of Barry White, of course. And Carl and Steve having a little argument. Steve said, well, there are such thing as sexy songs, of course. Carl said, I can't understand it. How can something be sexy? How can you woo a woman with a song? Steve went, well, you don't woo a woman with it, you just put it on the background. Carl said, stick the telly on.
Stick the telly on.
I love that. Jane's Addiction, Just Because on XFM 104.9. Broadcasting from London, where people prefer to only be off sick when they actually are ill.
Sure. I don't think I've ever taken a day off sick. Except when I had that terrible tonsillitis.
Is that when you went home, stayed with your mum and dad?
Yeah. Why is that a problem? It's bad for health.
No, I'm not saying it's a problem.
It's bad for health. Yeah, I've got a loving family. So sue me. What do you make of that?
The antagonism and piss taking is just like, oh God, 3 blokes in a pub. There's people listening. I can't go.
Are there? Carl, what do you make of London? Because you often say you'd much rather be up north.
Well, he wouldn't, or he'd go.
Well, this is what he constantly says.
You've chosen to live here. You've lived here for years. You've got a flat here. No.
I chose to come here because I was offered a job that was good money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have come here if there was no job.
So you prefer to be somewhere where there's a good job, so you've chosen to live here.
I don't like being here, though.
What? No, but you can leave.
To what?
Well, exactly! So you've chosen to stay somewhere that's better for you.
It's not better for me.
Well,
it's making me ill. I'm not sleeping.
Well, so you say you're ill. I think you call in ill, but I don't think you are. But I mean,
are there any stats to prove that?
Well, yeah, because you know, of the 11 days that he calls in sick, I reckon probably 7 of them are genuine.
I'd love it if I dropped down dead tonight. Honestly, I'd love it.
If you drop down dead tonight, you'd know it. Why aren't you sleeping?
What, you're feeling ill now, are you? That's funny. You weren't feeling ill earlier, but you read that and you're suddenly ill.
I'm run down.
Well, you should take a holiday. Oh yeah, you just had about 8 in the last 6 months.
Oh God!
Why are you run down? Why are you run down?
Yeah, what have you done? You sit in a little air-conditioned office.
I haven't got time to tell you. Let's move on. Let's get on with stuff. What have we got anyway? Because we didn't have a chance to meet up this week. Me and Ricky could have done, but You said you were busy, Steve,
Yeah,
so that's probably why you don't get run down, but finishing work at about 4 o'clock.
No, so I could have had the meeting, but we gave you a time and you suddenly decided with very little notice that you couldn't make it. So
Make it meetings and that.
Oh.
So what have we got? What have we got? It's 1:20. What have we got? We're on till 3.
Well, we've been talking, we've been doing well, we've been playing some great rock and roll, we've been playing some lovely songs, we've told them, we've explained a survey, just for employees, be careful.
Yeah.
We've, put that out there, we put a shout out there, people know
I mean, would you say it was probably safest if you are an employer to never employ Mancunians?
Well, I wouldn't go
be
that
just a
far. I
general
wouldn't go
rule
that
of
far
thumb?
because, you see, that's only an average. So I imagine some Mancunians, like, Londoners, are nice, reliable people. It's probably just a few bad eggs that throw the stats up
Sure.
a little bit. People that would go, I'm not coming in today, I'll put on some wet trousers.
Sure.
All right, stay in bed.
Yeah.
Stay in bed.
Yeah.
You still got them on? Yeah. Well, pop them off.
Yeah.
Put them on the radiator and go to bed with a little duvet. That'd be the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So, all right, Carl? Right. What's your attitude? Is it because you're tired?
Yeah.
Well, why are you tired, though?
You weren't staying out watching those Channel 5 films again, were you?
I'll tell you what, me and Steve were having a little meeting yesterday over lunch about, planning stuff for the show. And, Gary Kemp came up to me, started having a little chat about old times, and, I went, oh yeah. As he went away, Steve said, right, think of this. He said, Rick, don't take this the wrong way. Remember that sentence, don't take this the wrong way. So there's a right way and a wrong way I could have taken this comment. He nodded to sort of Gary Kemp and went, he's aged better than you. I went, well, how could I take that the wrong way?
Yeah, it's not offensive.
No. Well, the point is this. He didn't know me 20 years ago, so he's actually saying, Rick, don't take this the wrong way. He looks better than you do.
Yeah, well, he does.
But why say that, Carl?
What?
Did you really say that?
Yeah, although, can I just backtracking for a second? I love the fact you said you bumped into Gary Kemp and you reminisced about old times. What old times did you share with Gary
Well, no,
Kemp?
he came up and said, did we drop the pops together? I went, no, I did Razzmatazz. I said, oh, we did Razzmatazz. I think he was thinking, had he ever met me before? But he hadn't, because we hadn't. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And,
But if you had to make an objective analysis...
I wouldn't. I think that's out of order.
Sure. I mean, you're always slagging me off, but apparently you can't make a value judgment on something else. No.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, because you're morally all over the place. You don't know where you're coming and going.
Believe it.
Sure, you should hear what I say about you behind your back.
So, would you say you're better looking now than you were? Or
Than I'm what?
would you say you're better looking now than you were?
Than I was when?
Well, have you aged well?
Yes.
You've aged well?
Yeah, I've kept my looks.
bit of Dando?
Bit Evan Dando, this would be lovely, yeah.
2-pack. I'll tell you what, we should get rolling. Rockbusters.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, he has done it. He just said that he was worried about it because we said it's the last one. What do you think, Carl?
I just don't think... can I just say now, Carl, seriously, I'm only responding to what we're getting on the email, which is people do not want Rockbusters. They really... There's one guy here he says, it's James Pooley, he says he's preempted Carl by giving my answers to this week's quiz. I don't know what the clue would be, but his answer is no Van Ear, Nirvana.
Yeah, good. No Vanny. Yeah, that sounds like one.
Number 2, he's just guessed. I don't know again what the clue would be, but the answer is Kid Creosote.
Yeah, that's good.
That would
That's a
be
typical
perfectly viable.
Rockbuster. That is brilliant. That's a better game.
And the last one is Harry Seacombe.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, maybe we should reverse it so people
and we have to come up with a clue for them. And we win the prizes.
Yeah.
So have you got prizes ready as well?
It's all there, but...
Oh, I feel sorry for him now. What the prizes would have been.
I'd rather just give them away to the first person to email in, frankly, than have to go through the torrent of
Oh,
Rockbusters.
God! Look at Carl's face! I wish you could... Oh, can't we get this on telly just for Carl's face? Hey, I'll tell you what we could do, Steve. You know, like Smiley Miley and that used to take the Radio 1 Roadshow out?
Oh, man, that would be amazing.
Come on. Should we take it out?
Hello, Bournemouth.
Yeah, how many miles have I done? Don't care. No,
Exactly.
should we do this? How many miles have we done? Well, XFM's down the road.
Yeah.
1. Yeah. Should we take it out the road just so they can see Karl Pilkington?
To be fair, though, you're not really keen to leave W1, are you?
Well, we wouldn't.
Right, so where exactly would we take the roadshow?
We'll do it outside.
Outside the building?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And what would we do?
It's called a roadshow because it's in the road, I imagine, isn't it?
And we'd give away T-shirts?
Throw in T-shirts, and then we'd have a
Any
band.
old hat.
We'd have band playing. What was that band playing tonight?
I forget, something Diesel, was it?
Yeah.
Is he instantly forgettable? I mean, that was my point, really.
we could have them on.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Get a couple of celebrity pals down.
Someone from Big Brother 2.
That would be ideal.
Well, Josh, the other little gay fella.
Yeah.
He'd come on, just wave.
Yeah. I'm beginning to like the idea.
Yeah?
Brilliant, yeah.
So we'll have Josh, something Diesel, we're playing the Bull and Gate tonight, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right, I'll throw out some T-shirts.
Yeah.
And then Carl will do a live Rockbusters. Yeah?
Well, I don't know. Do you want it?
I just think that ruins it slightly. It would just bring the whole afternoon down, Rick, I think.
We get it sponsored by someone. Yeah? No? Well, I'm just trying to inject a bit of... Read the prizes, what we would have done.
There's a PlayStation game here. I guess it's maybe not been released yet. It's a little demo of that. What's this? The American Song Poem Anthology. I don't exactly know what that is again, but lots of songs on there and a couple of compilations, arbitrary compilations, the Club Anthems compilation, the best summer holiday album ever.
Wow.
There again.
You've certainly sold it to me, Steve.
The best air guitar album again.
Brilliant.
And an old edition of Only Fools and Horses.
So, you really haven't put the effort into the prizes, Carl. So if that's the prizes, if that's the whole point of the competition, and they're the best prizes you could conjure up, in God's name, how bad are the clues this week? That's why he doesn't want you to do it, Carl.
All right, we won't bother. Forget it. Doesn't matter.
Good. Excellent. Well, that's resolved.
Brilliant.
That's excellent. What we have got, though, is Educating Ricky, haven't we?
Well, another one of my little things.
Oh, it's brilliant, then.
So how long's this going to last before you want to get ditched this?
Well, we'll see. A couple of weeks.
It's not like that, Carl. It's all one. It's one love, man.
We're on the same team, man.
Yeah, we're just one voice, man. One true voice. Like those lads.
Yeah.
They could play.
Right, well, the Educating Ricky,
They could play.
Well, why don't we play a record and come back with Educating
The
Ricky?
Wind, Cat Stevens.
We need to get the jingle queued up as well.
Yeah, I'll get the jingle queued up.
No,
yeah.
I haven't got Neil Young lined up yet.
No, not you, Cat Stevens. I gave it to you.
I know, we're not playing that yet.
Can we just play a record?
No,
This is just sounding rubbish.
Well, I told you to. See, so why aren't you playing the record I told you to play?
Because we've just had something chilled, right, from Tupac. Let's lift it up a bit now with a little bit of blur. Right?
Come on, play it. Oh, I'm not sure.
I just have. Crazy beat there on XFM 104.9. Right, we're gonna do Educating Ricky instead of Rockbusters.
Incidentally, on the subject of Rockbusters, we've just had an email from Phil. He says, I could do with this week's rather shoddy array of prizes, as I'm doing a car boot sale tomorrow and need a bit more tact to fill the table. Probably send it to him.
We might as well do it anyway.
Yeah.
But Educating Ricky, it was a feature. Well, actually, about a year ago, I started a feature called Educating Carl, because we found out he had 1 E at O level at history. And I'd educate him on things like Rasputin, things that I thought he'd be interested in, you know, Winston Churchill, some of the greats, some scientific facts. And then I said, it's your turn, and he started telling me about people born without legs. Some people have got a funny eye. There's a woman whose tongue's longer than her arm. And really, you know, turning the screw on education. Yeah. So I don't know what he's got for me today. Maybe a dog born a cat. Let's have a look.
We've done that one. We've done that.
Is there, because often we should point out there's sometimes a crossover between Educating Ricky and Cheeky Freak of the Week, just in terms of subject matter.
Yeah, so we've done Cheeky Freak of the Week. We've done all the freaks. What have we done with the Freak of the Week? There's a dog. There was a woman that had the back legs of a dog. There was last week. What was last week?
It was the girl who was born with 4 eyes, 2 mouths, and 3 legs.
Sure.
You weren't that impressed. I thought if we've got to that and it's not impressing you. let's
we are a tough audience.
Let's spin it. Let's move on.
50 Cent. Indie Club on XFM 104.9. So, Carl's a little bit fed up today. Actually whinging. I mean, properly whinging. Fed up. Reckons he's tired. Reckons he's overworked here. But, do you know what I mean, Carl? Everyone gets tired. Everyone gets tired. Everyone does the same sort of hours as you. What do you do? Sort of 9 till 6, 7?
About 9 till 7, 8.
Well, no, because a couple of times this week I've sort of met you for a drink about 6. So, it's funny, isn't it? That's weird.
Some of the times I've come back after it, just for another 40 minutes or something whilst no one's around, try and get stuff done without phones going, without emails coming in.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Can I tell you what I think's a disappointment?
You're in the department. You got to do it.
I just think it's a disappointment that Carl hasn't been able to put that aside and rise to the occasion. He's only got to do this show once a week.
I know.
I mean, you and I, we're tired. We've got
you've got 1 job. We've got about 6. and we're still doing it. Do you know what I mean? We still do it. We still
Well,
come
you're a
here.
professional, Rick. I mean, that's why you've won multiple awards, is because you're willing to get up there, even if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, even if you hurt yourself, or you've got an injury of some kind, you're up there, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're entertaining, you're providing a service.
Yeah. So...
It's disappointment.
Yeah, but I've pressed all the right buttons at the right time.
Indeed.
Right? That's what I get paid for, yeah. Done that, the adverts have gone out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I've made you cups of tea.
It's the negativity which is the problem. It's the vibe. You're bringing
us down. Bringing us down.
And therefore the listeners.
Therefore the listeners. Bringing us down. If you don't like London, you know what to do. Well...
I'm trying to get out of here, aren't I?
We just bought a new flat. That's not the best way. Buy a flat in Manchester, live there.
Doesn't matter, I can always rent it out and make a little bit of money.
Why don't you sell the flat in London and buy a street in Manchester?
Pilkington Avenue. Really, you could literally have the Lord, the king of that street. people could come to you like Solomon with their problems.
Yeah. Well, he's come up from London. He's got London ways. Okay, let's have a great show, everyone.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck
Right, that was Jane's Addiction, Just Because, on XFM 104.9. Right, everybody up, let's give them a great show, yeah? 2 hours of, like, fun chat. Let's keep it, let's keep it cutting edge. Let's not be too, I mean, that's what the listeners of XFM would... Oh, no, it isn't, is it? No, because... Hold on, wait a minute, because we came in yesterday and did this little skit, didn't we, where we bleeped it out.
A little scared. She was quite noisy, quite controversial.
Karl called me last night, and... We're not allowed to play it out.
We've been censored?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a cutting-edge alternative station, wants to push the boundaries, wants to be thought of as rock and roll, a bit punk rock.
Yeah, because I said something like the Radio Authority. I bleeped it out, what I called them.
Yeah.
But, couldn't do it. Done it before.
Censored.
Couldn't do it.
Censored.
Karl agrees, though. What's your thoughts, Karl? You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Why?
Well, what's the point?
Well, it was funny, wasn't it? And it wasn't offensive.
Not really. It's not some of the best stuff that would have ever gone out on this show, but,
Right, what are you putting up against, exactly? Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Well, that springs to mind.
Yeah. Rockbusters?
But, I mean, the thing is, the things that you have put out there, I mean, we better be really careful. Who's worried about complaints? I mean, it's not just swearing, is it? It's taste and decency and everything. Yeah. So, we can't laugh about the disabled anymore in the Cheeky Freak of the Week. Can't do stories about elderly relatives with genitals looking like a split tennis ball. Can't do your dad putting a child with learning difficulties in a bin. So, what should we just play music?
I think that's all it's going to have to be, yeah.
Play a record. Accidents Will Happen by Elvis Costello on XFM 104.9. Karl's a little bit stressed, but it's not his fault. It was the boss that overruled him. He came along. What did he do? He heard you listening to it.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He says, what's that? I said, it's what Ricky wants to play out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he said, well, can't go out like that. Too many...
But they're all bleeped. We bleeped the swear words.
Yeah, but he didn't want it to go out. I mean, you got to remember, right, you came in yesterday to have a chat about what we're going to do.
Yeah.
One of the topics that I said, let's talk about, which I came up with, was... Let's talk about swearing.
No, you said you never had a problem with swearing, which is normal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we did the thing about, isn't it funny that you can, the thing about you can bleep a swear word by taking out the vowel. So we're going, so it's the vowel that's offensive, and we did a little sketch around that, and then ended, he wanted to completely obliterate the word in the end, didn't want to put the thing in that we said about the Radio Authority, which I think it was valid and wouldn't have got a complaint. Yeah,
but at the end of the day, he's the boss, and what he says goes, doesn't it?
Sure. So, yeah, I was just going to say, right.
But what you got to remember is what he also said is if you want to pay the 70 grand fine, then go ahead and do it, Steve.
There wouldn't be a 70 grand fine there, would there?
Well, you don't know what it'd be. But will you pay it? Will you pay for my mortgage? Will you pay for his mortgage? Will you feed his kids?
He wouldn't be fired.
What do you mean? Well, I tell you what, if it's not a fine, we'd lose the licence, then we'd all be fired.
Right.
When you're sat at home.
Do you seriously think you'd lose the licence for that sketch?
Well,
does he really seriously think you'd lose the licence for it? It is not the worst thing we've ever put out or done or ever will do.
Yeah, but it's the fact that he said don't put it out, and you're like, throwing your toys out the pram. I want to say it. I want to say it. How old are you? But you still want to put swearing out.
It's a discussion about the Radio Authority and the way people are interested.
Yeah, but leave it. Let's move on.
Don't get annoyed.
Yeah, but I'm annoyed because you've been at it since about 12:30.
I know. Well, I like to get in early to plan the show.
Yeah, but there's been no planning. So, to be honest, I'd turn off today, anyone listening, because there's nothing.
Karl, there's never anything.
There is. There's sometimes some good things, but today, seriously,
what is there?
I'd leave it.
Something half decent that's been on this show.
Loads of little interesting topics.
Go on, I can't remember any.
Right, gays in toilets.
Yeah. Not particularly interesting. Fascinating to you, perhaps.
Right, well, I'd prefer to hear that than just a load of swear words.
Well,
We wouldn't have heard any swear words. We'd have heard some bleeping.
Right then, so that's entertaining, isn't it? Load of bleeps.
It's just because you don't want to stand up to your boss or say anything. Don't get annoyed with
I'd
us.
stand up to her if I agree with what I'm arguing about, but I'm not falling out with him over some crappy thing you want to play out.
Don't say crappy.
slag it off.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm not here next week, I tell you that. I've canned this in.
Don't
right?
say
So if
crappy.
Andrew is listening,
Don't
Someone
say
else can be here next
crappy.
week.
Play a record. We apologise for the word crap.
That's out of order. We should be.
Big Sir, the Thrills on XFM 104.9. Starting off another nice atmosphere again in the studio.
Don't blame me. It's not my fault.
No, I know.
Well, it's your fault mainly.
Yeah.
You are bad. You are quite bad.
Come on.
Come on, you are.
Don't try and win him round just because he scared you.
I don't know who's that against. Is it me or him?
It's
I
you,
don't
yeah.
know. No.
It's you.
Right. Well, I'm not a coward.
No.
I'm not a coward.
Okay,
I'm
but-
just thinking of the listeners, Rick, and I just want them to be entertained.
Yeah. Luckily, that's not a big problem for us.
What, you mean we're effortlessly entertaining, or there's no listeners?
Well, yeah. Somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Carl, what's happened to you this week, mate?
now it's happened.
Come on.
Well,
this is-
nothing's happened.
Come on. I came in, and he had an hour lunch break. You know, he's sort of like he never gets a break. I came in one day. He was out for an hour, and I sat in a little chat with Andrew Phillips about, you know, where we were going with the show. And, you know.
Where are we going with it? You come up with anything?
Ah, dear.
Is that how far we can run it into the ground?
Yeah, no. If we go off air, it certainly won't be through being cutting edge or controversial because people are just turned off because it's too boring to listen to. But he was out for an hour.
Having a lunch break for an hour and
I know,
always saying
yeah.
he's too busy.
I know, yeah.
It's interesting. Actually, on the subject of that, I noticed Dan here has emailed in. He says, I was listening to last week's show and I think Carl has taken his job for granted. I'd love to swap with him for a week. My qualifications are that I can press play on a CD player and stop.
Carl, what do you think of that?
And it can come in next week, seriously.
It says here...
Don't get ratty, Carl.
I'm
We're
not
just
being
entertaining.
right. Dan, email me. You know my address. Email it. It'll be sorted out. You can be here next week.
Dan suggested we could call it Carl Idol, where people audition each week, or perhaps Bone Idol.
I like that. Bone Idol.
Brilliant.
Have we got a monkey news, Carl?
Don't know if I can be bothered.
Play a record.
Beautiful. Billy Bragg from his Essential Billy Bragg compilation. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking Billy Bragg, I can't be bothered, politics, and I have to say, buy this CD, skip past every song that is, for instance, There Is Power in a Union.
Don't be duped by fascism.
Yeah, it's your right and duty to vote.
Yeah. Right wing, wrong wing.
Exactly. Ignore all that.
But
Just listen to the love songs.
His love songs are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Tonight I celebrate my love for you with a pint of beer and a new tattoo. It's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, look, lose the ones about,
Exactly.
Striking.
Yeah, exactly, because we know what we think of that. So, I heartily recommend that.
Carl, we're on happiness. Carl,
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to
Carl's
Carl that
happiness.
the aim to, it's really to get on a 10.
Yeah.
For
I like
happiness.
the
He's
fact
on
that he
4.
started on a 9.
But I love the fact he's happy with 4.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, but what I mean is, right, I'm not looking for, like, happiness.
Right.
I'm
You're not
alright.
looking for happiness. What? What's that for?
What I mean is, right, I'm happy when I'm not fed up. So what I mean is, I'm happy...
Is this your new book? Psychology of the Mind? What is that? I'm happy when I'm not fed up. That's like an 8-year-old trying to explain happiness. Johnny, what is it when I'm happy when I'm not fed up, miss? Well done. Good boy. That's it. You're happy when you're not fed up. Talk like an adult.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you, though. I don't...
What?
I'm happy most of the time. It's just that when things niggle me, I find that... I realise when I'm annoyed more than when I'm happy.
But Carl, every time we talk to you, you are whinging about something. You've got something that annoys you.
But he's one of those people that if he whinges loud enough, he gets away with it. Like he's in here, I think he goes, I'm really busy. I come in and he's doing nothing. He's chatting, because he's having big, long chats with everyone about how someone's wound him up. Yeah. And they all come in and they go, Carl's fed up. Because he's got this show. You know what I mean? He's wormed his way.
But hang on a minute. You came in moaning about the Post and that today.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's annoyed and frustrated by that. There's small businesses going out of business.
I'm not. You haven't heard me.
No, you're not, because who's sending you letters? No one. You've got no friends. You've said that yourself.
Yeah.
You've openly declared you don't want friends. They're too much hassle.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That is my joy. Friends that is the point of life to me. I can't wait to see them. I squeeze their head. I welcome them in.
Oh, they annoy me.
They annoy me.
Annoy me. I love it. Friends are annoying. He's even scared of like doing something with a friend or getting a gift because he goes after buying one back now.
Yeah.
It's sort of like life's a bit of a chore for Karl, isn't it?
Well, anyway, all right. Let's leave that aside. Obviously, you're never going to be entirely happy, although apparently you are already on the brink of happiness.
All you
No,
had to
I told
say
you
was
that,
your
right?
hair looked nice. That's all you had to say. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, and that's it. End of story.
What's the point in that? What is the point in that?
Because she doesn't really care what you think, but she doesn't want to hear that she looks like Dave Hill from Slade.
She's not having her haircut just to please you, Karl. Despite what you might think. He's taken aback by that.
Yeah. I was with Joe Cornish last night. Went to a little do at Jonathan's house, and Joe was there. And he walked in, and I was taken aback by how tall he is.
Sure.
Because I'd forgotten, and he's about 6'4", but he's unlikely to. Do you know what I mean by that? It's sort of like some people surprise you. And he was going, I don't consider 6'4". Big. I said, well, it is pretty big. I said, but I know what you mean. I walk around with Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
And he went, how tall's Steve? And I said, 6'7".
Yep.
And Joe went, oh, that's nearly a disability, isn't it?
Do you know, he's absolutely right as far as I'm concerned. No, do you know, I've genuinely, since school, I used to go to school with a little disabled fella. Lovely guy. No, I swear to God, lovely guy. And I remember he came in when we got in the sixth form, and he'd basically got, I don't know what the ins and outs of it were, but as far as I could tell, he'd got a car for free. A specially converted car.
Yeah.
You know, because he was disabled. And he was driving that around.
Same as Karl. Me. I need this, I need that.
But it seemed to me that I was thinking, well, why can I not get something similar? Because there are some cars I can't fit in. Because I'm too tall. I genuinely cannot drive the smaller cars, the cheaper cars. I'm obliged to buy a more expensive, larger car. Because I can't fit in the tiny
Yeah, that's like saying you've got to pay more for your shoes because there's more leather, which is true.
Which is absolutely true. It's a nightmare getting shoes.
But fat people have to pay more.
Do you know
for
what? It's a nightmare getting chairs, comfy chairs that I can sit in the home. I sit in a chair for very long and my back's killing me. Now, how is that not a disability? But no, you don't see people like me whinging.
But I think tall people, I read an article that taller people on average, get higher wages through an advantage, or just because they're taken more seriously than little dumpy fellas.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't think I genuinely don't think there are many benefits of being really tall. People seem to assume there are, but beyond the fact that I can reach things down from a high shelf,
I know.
I don't think there's any real perks.
I've seen you hit your head a few times.
That's a disability.
I know, I have seen you hit your head a few times, and I think, oh God, that must have hurt. Obviously I'll make sure okay and then laugh.
Of course.
But I know it must be annoying.
Thanks, mate.
No, but I mean, there's one pub in Soho that he has to go down backwards.
Yeah.
He has to lean that. It looks like a limbo dancer.
Yeah, they've almost got to lower me in on routes.
I always find it amusing.
But like, for instance, on an aeroplane, I can't get some of the seats. I can't fit in some of the seats. Not in any way. Not the way that I could.
Because
what are you talking? How is that not a disability?
There's some seats that people can't afford because they're poor. It's not a disability.
That's irrelevant. Don't go on a plane then, because you're poor. But if you can't afford to go on a plane, you can't afford to go on a plane. You should have studied hard at school.
But what annoys me about that is there's
a physical disability I was born with.
There's a weight allowance, so I might not be allowed loads of bags on, but there might be a big fat pig in the queue who's allowed the same chocolate allowance as me.
That's because they've been eating like a bloater. I couldn't stop myself from growing this tall. It wasn't a conscious decision. I didn't think, I'll tell you what, I won't smoke when I'm a teenager. Maybe I'll shoot up. I'll eat healthy. I'll probably add an extra 2 feet. It just kept going.
You do eat too healthy. You eat way too many greens.
But that's not why I grew to this height. It's a genetic thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you'd lived near some sort of pylon or something and just, as I say, smoked from an early age, you wouldn't have been that tall.
Don't think when I was a gangly teenager having the piss taken out of me, I wasn't thinking I wish I'd been born near a pylon. Or Chernobyl.
Could your mum or dad, could they have banded you like they did with little, didn't they do that with someone's feet?
Well, yeah, concubine, yes.
I didn't come out this tall, did I?
No, but slip it in the blood.
And how would they bandage him? They'd have to bandage him round the feet and round the top of the head.
Yeah, I'd be walking around like a mummy.
Yeah, or a bonsai boy.
But people didn't really realise I was going to be this tall until I was 14 or 15. You know, you don't realise when you're an 8-year-old.
How tall were you when you were about like so a typical gangly teenager, 15. How tall were you at 15?
I don't know, 6'5" maybe?
And I bet you were like a beanpole, weren't you?
Well, of course.
Yeah. And what sort of glasses did you have?
Cool.
No, what did you have?
I don't know, a monocle. No, I can't remember.
Did you wear a bow tie once?
I wore a bow tie. I thought I was trying to preempt the styles that might be coming around. I think I've been watching a lot of George Formby films. And I thought it can only be a matter of time before the bow tie comes in. I thought it might be quite kind of urbane and debonair.
Yeah.
So I wore that
was
for a while.
Robin Day at the height of his fame?
I think he might
around this time, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go for that dandy look. I thought that's what the girls are going for.
I know, yeah.
The dandy.
Oh, dear.
So
I still want to see you with a pipe and trilby.
Yeah.
I just think you'd look great walking on the street. Yeah.
But I genuinely, I really, it does frustrate me that I don't get any allowances for being very tall.
It doesn't count as a disability.
Well, it does count.
No, it doesn't. It's not a disability being 6'7".
But how can you explain, for instance, travelling on a bus or a coach? There's some seats I can't sit in.
Is, people look, I've seen people stare at you, but they stare at me because I've been on the telly. What's that a disability? Are that people being recognised?
Yes, but you could avoid that by not being on the telly. It's your choice. This is my point. It's your choice.
Yeah,
it's the same as the big fat people. It's their choice.
It's a different sort of stare, isn't it? I've been there.
Yeah.
When, the sort of stare that you get and the sort of stare.
Well, obviously sorry, Steve, but I'm gonna, follow up this inquiry. What do you mean, Carl? No,
I'm just saying it's more of a stare of fear than, like with you, they go, oh, it's him.
Yeah, go on.
Whereas with you, it's more like, jeez.
Do you know what frustrates me? I thought he did deserve having a Monday off. I've changed my tune.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't realise this, listeners, but sometimes I'm an intermediary. I do step in when he's winding him up, because Carl gets to the point where he's going to explode.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Okay, Jerv,
and I step in, and this is the kind of response I get from Carl. This is the kind of back chat I get
Well, I tell you, he's a little user.
I'll tell you what, because he's too scared of winding you up, because he knows that you'll just walk out of here and he won't get his Monday off.
Absolutely. Play a record, you little oik.
Weasel. You're a weasel.
Lou Reed, with a little help from David Bowie there in the background. Satellite of Love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, Steve, you know how Karl won't do anything outside his jurisdiction. He moans about stuff. He's got one job. We're doing about 5 things in the week.
Always plate spinning.
We just turn up and he's always available. He moans about it. He goes, oh, lucky you caught me, right? He's chatting. He's one of those people that, whinges enough and people think he's overworked, so he got Mondays off, right? He's just a whinger.
Yeah. I haven't got Mondays off though, have I?
Yeah, well, anyway, 2 hours on a Saturday. This is what the phone message he left me Wednesday on my mobile, but I just is chatting about certain things that are going on at the moment. What he does need to know. Duncan, who mentions, is my agent, and you understand a few other things, but this is the sort of message I get from Karl, right? Whinger.
Old messages.
Alright, 12, Wednesday. Just getting loads of people calling me all the time about Yesterday, DVD's signing for BBC London. I don't work there, but I've been dragged into that. I've got a woman on leaving a message from Talk PR going on about, do you want to go and see Pop Idol again? Right? They're just saying you and some listeners can go, so I'm sure you'll love that. I've got Jim Benner wanting you to introduce the tin buckets at the Astoria, so can you just let Duncan know that I'm doing his job whilst he's sat on his arse with his thumb firmly up his arse? Can you let him know that I'm running around like a here sorting shit out for you? Alright, see you later.
Message left at 12.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, but that's the kind of phone message he's leaving. Do you remember who he was before you...
But he's even annoyed that he gets a phone call. I remember he got a phone call for you to do a voiceover and didn't pass it on. You missed a voiceover. That was thousands of pounds.
No, I did pass it on, though. I told you.
You said someone had phoned.
Yeah.
That's not good enough.
But who's that?
Well, she didn't say, and I didn't ask. But
of course she said.
She didn't say.
Rubbish.
So you didn't take the number down? Just when she went, oh, can you tell Steve to call me? And you went, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just thought you'd know her already. I should have known. It was a woman, so I should have known.
He's having a go, you see?
Unbelievable. I don't know how it's come back on me. You're the one who was picking on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying. I'm defending. Why is he having a go at you?
He never picks on Ricky because he knows you are his bread and butter. Seriously, do you know what I mean? The only reason he's got Mondays off is because you're still doing this show.
Yeah.
That's why he's scared of you. That's why he has a go at you on the phone, but he always picks on me because he knows, I'm a pushover, I'm a nice guy. He's scared of you. I can't believe I don't know how it works.
Is that true?
Steve, I'm always sorting you out. I look after you. Sorted you out with tickets.
I'm not saying you don't, but I've got
out.
you today. Why are you picking on me?
What do you mean you're sorting about tickets and lager? What's this?
Right, whenever you want tickets.
Yeah, sorry,
I don't want to use this as, like, moaning time and that, because I don't like to moan. I'm busy and that, right? I've sorted you out tickets for gigs.
Yeah.
Right?
What somebody doesn't even turn up to.
Yeah, we won't even go on about that, right? Lager.
You got sorting about the Cure, he complained it was boring.
Yeah. It was that big drum of lager that you had, and you said, oh, put that in your room for me, because I don't want to carry it home, right?
Lazy.
So I said, all right, then I'll put it in my room. It goes missing, it gets nicked. Then you have a go at me because it got nicked.
Yeah.
I get you another one. You make me carry it around town for you for half an hour, then you say, oh, I can't be bothered taking it home. Can you take it back to work for me?
Yeah. But interestingly, this is like a year ago, so it's still pressing on you.
Oh, hang on, and I forgot the one when we had an argument over 50p. When we went out for a coffee.
You didn't want to give me 50p back that you owed me.
That was the same day you'd given him about 40 quid's worth of lager.
But, see, this is my problem. This was my point at the time. It's not the 50p in terms of money is not what's important. The fact that you think you don't have to give me money back because it's only 50p, that was the point at stake. It's me who makes a decision, oh, don't worry about the 50p, not you. It's only 50p, I'm not going to give it to you. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be rules, otherwise it's chaos, Carl. Come on, mate. All right?
I don't want to fall out about it.
No, it's not all right. Should we kiss and make up? Do you want that? Do you want
It's
that?
all right.
Yeah. Well, should we play a little record and come back to this? Because
I can't believe it started with you slagging him off, Rick, and I've ended up as the monster.
I know.
Bit of R.E.M.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the show last week. I was walking towards Berwick Street. I like to look at the records and the record shops. And I was on my mobile phone, and I was chatting away to someone, and what can only be described as a prostitute.
Go on.
Stood on the street corner.
Was she a woman that gives you sex for money?
Yes.
That is a prostitute.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Go on.
And as I was walking by, she said, do you want to buy sex? Now,
You sure it wasn't a market trader giving 6 plums away?
No, it was definitely...
6 for a quid?
No, it was definitely
Go
a
on.
prostitute.
Yeah.
And what annoyed me about it, what I wanted to pick her up on something, was the fact that I was on my mobile phone. It's like,
So
can you imagine?
she was rude.
Who would what, am I going to hang up? Sorry, Mum, can I call you back? You know you say you want me to meet more women.
And you know you sent me that 30 quid
Exactly.
for my birthday?
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Johnson, I'm really excited about the job. Can I call you back? I'm just going to negotiate with a whore. And it was just sort of, you could tell that she was clearly probably desperate for crack or a latest fix of smack. So she was literally the normal etiquette of prostitution, you know, that they hang around, they show some thigh. I've seen this in
They
films.
will ya.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take you out for a meal, that sort of thing. That had sort of gone out of the window, and she was just there, desperate, running around the
Did she
streets.
go out of a window?
Because
that's another thing they sometimes do, specialist ones.
But I was shocked because I've never been propositioned before like that.
Really?
In London.
That's weird, isn't it? Carl, thoughts?
I think you'd be sort of approached a lot because they tend to sort of go for people who look like they haven't got much chance.
Sure.
And I'm not being mean.
No.
I've known you a long time.
Sorry, I'll let you go back to it. In what way aren't you being mean? By saying that
Steve Nose is a little bit odd looking.
I don't think. Well,
no, he does. Do you know?
Yeah, no, but it's not what he thinks of his looks.
No.
It's what he thinks of you talking about his looks on.
No, but it's like how you were talking before about, you know, your eyes are bad. It's nature's little way of saying, look, nothing to see here, right?
I don't get that.
I don't know what you mean.
But when you look in the mirror and that, they've gone, look, he hasn't got the looks, let's make his eyes bad, right?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're balancing it out, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, right? Now we're on the topic.
Sorry,
right,
Johnny Depp.
Now listen, but
I'm gonna. My chest is gonna burst at this moment.
Whenever we go into this conversation, I always think to myself, Carl, do you know what you look like?
I'm gonna burst.
Do you know, seriously, can I be honest with you? You look like, you know, if you've got like a balloon, a hot air balloon, right? Just a little balloon, like a party balloon. Right. If you drew a little face on it, right, and inflated it about halfway, that's what you look like.
right.
No, play a record. I don't want to get into this.
Listen,
it's too intense.
now you've got onto this. Let's just nip it in the bud now. I'll tell you something that I wasn't going to tell you because I think it was
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Right, it was on the tube. Right. Well, I was. Someone told me they were on the tube. Right, and the tube pulled into a station. Right, and one of the women saw the poster that's out at the moment with you and Rick on it. Right.
Yeah.
So this woman apparently goes, "Oh look, there's Ricky. Ricky's on the radio." Right. And the other woman goes, "Oh yeah, don't you listen to it?" So she goes, oh, I didn't know it was on the radio. And she goes, oh.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Look at...
Because he didn't sound this bad.
She said, oh, look at that person he's with. So she goes, yeah. She said, that's Steve. She said, I was sort of aware that he looked odd because Karl mentions it on the radio.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as much of a blow to me, but I can see how it was a bit of a shock to you.
Yeah.
So that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that isn't me sort of telling this woman to say anything. That was all happened without anybody else sort of bringing it on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Was it... Sorry, you seem to be relishing this. Was it because of the little balloon story that made you...
I honestly, Steve, I wouldn't have told you, but if you're going to start, having a pop...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't just sit here and take it and that.
No.
I mean... all mates.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was
Shame
mistaken
to
for
be
Johnny
right.
Vegas. Steve's got a story about that, if you want to have a go at me.
Well, someone just thought you were fat with a beard, which is true.
Well, don't have a go at me because he said you look...
Well, you started it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
You were milking it. You were egging him on.
I was laughing.
You were egging him on.
I sort of was.
Yeah.
But let's not,
Oh, it's a good job you've got lots of good mates like Jonathan Ross you can go and hang out with. You don't need other friends, people who've helped you in your career.
He's good-looking bloke, isn't he, Jonathan Ross?
He's a good-looking fella.
Play a record. Radiohead, Fake Plastic Trees on XFM 104.9. Mm-hmm. Someone just emailed in and said, just want to know what you think of that cover of Wonderwall.
We told you. We said it was great.
Yeah.
Listen.
But they must have been listening to hear...
The song.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Although maybe they just turn off...
When we start talking.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
That would make sense. I mean, it makes sense in a sort of preserving of sanity type way as well.
Objectively, Rick, if you were listening at home, if you didn't know us and you were listening to the show, would you listen to it? Would you bother? I know that's a hard thing to get your head round.
It's difficult to say, isn't it? I've no idea. I've no idea what people coming to this for the first time think.
I love you like a brother, but I get sick of you.
Yeah. I mean, I get sick of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go up and...
It's weird you should say that, because someone's emailed in.
Yeah.
A recent survey's been done by Cheltenham and Gloucester. The most desirable neighbour in Britain. Number 1,
Shane Ritchie.
Johnny Wilkinson.
Oh, right.
It doesn't actually give me the full rundown, but David Beckham was in the list.
Yeah.
Shane Ritchie was indeed in the list.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment.
As was Ricky Gervais.
Really?
Well, that's what it says. It doesn't tell me where you came, though. And there was actually a neighbour from hell, and you weren't in that list.
Well, I'm a good neighbour.
Oh, come on.
I am. I'm quiet. I don't keep myself to myself. I never...
Do you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
If it was best friend.
Yeah.
Now that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Most desirable friend.
I'm a good neighbour. I'm quiet, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine being stuck in a room with me writing all the time, with me squeaking like a chimp.
Unbelievable.
Although I don't physically abuse you, I save that to my bald mates like Carl and Rob and that. I just like to squeeze their head. I don't squeeze your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's because you command a little bit more respect.
Ah, thanks very much.
Do you know what I mean? You're not that sort of... You're not an idiot.
Oh, sure.
All right, Carl, got anything to say? Has anyone seen his picture in Heat this week? It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Do you know what Steve said when he saw that, Carl?
Go on.
He said, it has captured Carl.
What do you mean?
Well, you just look utterly gormless. In the picture. It's captured you brilliant. You know how like a good photographer can do that? You can capture the essence of someone. That's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, actually, I'm the photographer.
Yes,
Because
you
it was
are.
a screen grab from the behind-the-scenes footage.
Well done.
So I got that gimpness. I captured the essential gimposity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Carl.
Yeah.
All right?
Captured it.
Yeah, well, I did a little article for Time Out, and I think Boyd from Heat has sent over that screen grab to them, so he might be in Time Out. I'm going to try and get him in every publication.
Yeah.
For 1 year. It's like
Well, you've managed it in the last 2 weeks.
Exactly, yeah. It's like a Dave Gorman project. Are you Karl Pilkington?
Yes.
Let's do that, shall we? If anyone's got a publication, it doesn't matter how little, just take it from Heat. That's mine, so you're welcome to it. Just try and just put his picture in anything. Next to round things is best, isn't it? That'd be good. You all right, Carl, with that?
Yeah.
All right, then, good. What have you got for us, Carl?
I'll tell you, you're going to go along later to the Live 8 gig and you're probably going to see some bands that are going to make an effort to entertain you, but if you want entertainment, Rick, you know it.
Go on.
There's only one person to book.
Go on.
Me. If you you're perhaps having to do, because I'm obviously a top DJ on the radio, but where I really come into my own is DJing in any kind of club environment.
Well, you told me you were DJing, I didn't go to it, DJing at a party, and you said the place was rocking.
The place was roaring.
And I loved it. Carl just said he was there and they weren't.
Well, that's nonsense, Carl, because you know very well that when I'd put on a tune, they'd cheer.
Yeah, but it was late on in the night. They would have done that, whatever you put on.
That's nonsense.
No, they were happy and everything. I'm not saying they weren't having a good time. It was your party. It was all right, but they weren't going mental like you're sort of making up.
They were definitely going mental. When I put on the Proclaimers, they could not believe their luck. They would have walked 1,000 miles.
Was it good though? Were they really? What were they doing? They were dancing, were they?
It's dancing and that, but they weren't sort of cheering, going, more and all that at the end.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Take On Me came on, the big cheer went up.
Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I've been there, done it, Steve. I've been the DJ as well.
It might be jealousy. It might be like
professional jealousy there.
Yeah.
I think it's because my fortunes are on the up and these are on the down. We all know famously that he had
Pilkington making music,
his DJ outfit.
Didn't happen.
I did enough. I just wanted to do enough to pay for the equipment, and I did. And that was that. But I don't like crowds, do I?
But you're safe, aren't you? You're behind the little thing with the flashing lights.
But there's still a lot of people and that. Forced fun. Don't like that.
It's not forced fun. They haven't got to dance if they don't want to dance.
Yeah. Don't like it.
Well, have I ever... This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once, went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar, where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing down there. And I was in the queue.
We'll establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be...
it was a posh place.
Was it?
And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of, choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. And I've been there for ages, obviously. I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogs.
Exactly.
I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, I'm thinking, what a great opportunity, use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, I kind of sort of give them a nod or whatever, a wink.
Yeah.
They're loving it.
Yeah. They moved to the back.
They're putty in my hands, Rick, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. I just grabbed him like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. Right? And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, 10 quid. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
He must have said a £5, and I said, I'll give you 7.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, doesn't it?
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
A £2 incentive.
That's it. I'll give you 7, you can make up the 10.
Exactly.
You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to have a kip, I think. I'm so tired.
Was it percentages that put you off?
That frazzled me initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2.
Yeah.
It's even funnier when you're getting him
when
to
he's
put up
paying
stuff.
me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record, then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais Show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Go to bed now.
Oh no.
We're talking about embarrassing stories and stuff, and I don't know if I've told this on this radio before. Have I told you, Carl? I'm not sure. But this was when I was working at the BBC. This is not even long ago, and I'd moved to London, and I was fairly new in London. And I was working at the BBC, and I had this BBC hire car, and I've never told it. If there's anyone listening who works for the BBC, I don't know if I can still get in trouble for it. But this BBC hire car, and it was like I'd been ferrying kind of actors and people and production people around all day in this car. And I was driving back, it was quite late, it was about sort of 7 or 8, and I was driving back, and I pulled in to get some petrol to fill up the car every day. And I went into this garage to fill up some petrol, and I was there, and two blokes came in a white van, right? They pulled into the forecourt, and I was filling up the car, and they went, "Hey, do you want to buy a couple of speakers?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you the reason. It was like I was so flattered that they thought I'd be the kind of bloke who would A, need some kind of classy speakers, and B, would like to buy them on the sly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, they like the
They've seen me. They've seen I look a bit of a hustler.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a street sort of guy. You can see by the way I use my walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe my luck. So they drove behind the garage, the little sort of garage bit at the back, and I went round there, sort of casually went round there, sort of locked the car, went round there. They went, yeah, open the back. You had 2 speakers in there. I said, are you sure these aren't knocked off, mate? He went, no. We work for Dixon's. This is the story he spun me. We work for Dixon's, right? And we're delivery men. And if we make a delivery and the person's not there to sign for the goods, then we have to bring them back to the warehouse. But if we can sell them on the way back, then that's really good for Dixon's.
Dixon's must love that.
And instead of thinking, are you sure some kind of troubleshooter didn't... I mean, did someone going to go into Dixon's and go, yeah, you're not getting in the garage forecourt market?
Jones.
Exactly.
Get a couple of lads in a white van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I sort of bought this story, and I was a little bit dubious, and I went, right, let me hear them then. And he wired them up to the car stereo, and boom, 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 they're playing. So it was some groovy hip-hop. I was thinking, great, these guys know what I'm into. Yeah. And he's giving me the talk and stuff. And I said, I'm a bit worried these are knocked off. He went, no, listen, we got a bloke at Dixon's who can confirm this is fine, right? Phone him up, use my mobile, right? And quote this reference number, right? So I phone out, they go, and I goes, yeah, I go, hi, some guys here in a garage forecourt trying to sell me some speakers. Just wanted to check. He went, it's fine. I went, should I just read the reference number or whatever? He went, if you want. And X14, and I went, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what that was, don't you? That was actually Mr. Dixon himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, well, they sound great. They're giving me for a knockdown price. I'd say they were like 400 quid. They were like 200 quid or something. It was a good bargain. I was in the market for some speakers as well.
Yeah.
So, while they were loading
it's
them
all kosher. I phoned Dixon.
Exactly. I phoned Dixon. That's fine.
Yeah.
So while they're loading them in the back of the BBC hire car, right? I'm in there paying for the petrol, right? And the guy serving goes, oh, you're right. He goes, what were you doing around the back with those blokes? Right? Because obviously there's security cameras filming this whole transaction, right? And he goes, what are you doing around the back? And I went, brilliantly, there's some old mates. Some of my mates were just having a chat and that. He went, oh, right, okay, like giving me obviously the evil eye. So I went back to the van. So I'm in the car now and I'm driving with one of the blokes who's in the van with me because I didn't have the money on me. So I had to go to the cash point to get the cash, right? So I'm driving with him and the other guy's following me in the van and he was like a northerner like you and he was giving it all all right, yeah, I'd say my girlfriend's a DJ, she's got some of these speakers, they're fantastic, and he's giving me this. And then my mind starts working. Now that I've got a bit of time to think, I'm thinking, wait a minute, this all sounds a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, Rick.
You fool, are you? You're streetwise.
Exactly.
You're streetwise, Steve.
Not only that, I was thinking, how am I going to get them home? I've got to drop the car off at the BBC. How am I going to get these huge speakers back to where I live?
And how can I pay for them? Because I've just spent £100 on Find the Lady with a couple of blokes in the square. It seemed like a fair game. Some of his friends were winning.
But so I explained to him, I said, I can't get them back to like Brixton where I was living at the time. He went, don't worry, give us an extra 20 quid, we'll take them home for you.
Oh, that's good. Deliberate. They do a whole service, you see. And there's also a backup guarantee. Did they have the guarantee, the 3-month guarantee?
They didn't.
No.
But so I said, I'm not sure about that. He went, well, why don't you put them in a cab, send them back, and your housemates can collect it? I was like, oh, no, there'd be no one in. And I was beginning to sort of get a bit conscious of like, maybe this was a bit of a scam after all. So I pulled into like a little side road. I said, I'm not sure I'm into this now, actually. He went, what are you talking about? It's 200 quid for a pair of speakers. It's a bargain. You never get a bargain like this, mate. I'm going, not too sure, actually. I don't think I want them. He went, 150 quid, mate, 150 quid. I went, no, he's 100 quid now to you. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't sound like the kind of work that Dixon's would be doing.
Dixon's don't do that when I go in.
This is it.
Dixon's never negotiate in that way.
When I go there, look around and I leave, they go, where are you going? Exactly. I go, no, we'll have anything then. Have anything for a
So
quid.
I stopped the car and the white van pulled up behind me with his mates in.
Sure.
And I said, can you get them out? I'm not interested. And he went, 100 quid, mate. And he was just going, you tosser. You obviously want some speakers. And he was having a go at me. So I was carrying the speakers out and putting them back in the white van. And he was just shouting at me. He was going, 70 quid, mate. I was like, 70 quid from 200. This is ludicrous.
You realise that wasn't Dixon's policy then.
Exactly.
They don't usually shout at you tosser as you leave the shop and walk down Camden High Street. They're not usually shouting at you tosser.
You should have took the offer of like the monthly payments they've got on at the moment.
So eventually I put them in there and I sort of knocked the deal on the head and I got back in my car and they were in theirs and I just looked in the rearview mirror and they were punching the dashboard like with aggression and venom like we let that deal slip through our fingers. And I've never been so terrified in my life. I just sat there and I was just thinking, oh my God, all I was thinking now is what if I go back to the BBC and they go, we've had a call from the police, the man at the garage, he saw you doing a dodgy deal.
I love it. Yeah. Well, what you do is you put the hire car in a drain in your front garden and then go in and out of the toilet, just pouring bleach down or Ajax and they never know.
Yeah. Listen, let me just tell you briefly, this is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from. And everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there's sort of people dancing around, like in Trafalgar Square. And I was there, and somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons, and I was holding that, sort of dancing around. And these two girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant, that's my kind of party.
Yeah.
They came up, they went, hey.
Once a year.
And they said, you going to be here for long? And I went, well, maybe. And they said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour. I went, what do you mean? I went, well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arranged to meet some friends.
I love that. A landmark.
So
pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. There's, we'll be going, when we see Steve Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but they use Steve as like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
Brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais. So I went to a party, and I was quite excited because I had the car, the motor, and there was a chick heading down to the party that I was like, I had my eye on. And I thought, now I've got a car, and going to the party, it's going to be amazing, right? And various friends had said, like, can we get a lift? I thought, yeah, groovy. I'll pick up the chick as well, who's a friend of a friend. So cruising down to the party in the motor, the Volvo estate, and there's nothing sexier than that. Slipping a little bit of Billy Joel on the stereo or whatever. Something classy.
Go,
exactly. And maybe it was Billy Ocean. I think maybe it was quite a Billy.
Maybe it was Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
Ideally. Yeah. So I get to the party, and inevitably it was one of those house parties where the chick that I had my eye on, she kind of was chatting to other guys, and she wasn't really paying attention to me, and I was sort of...
Found out to get, was she again?
Same old story.
Oh, they make me
They
laugh.
know how to tease, don't they, the ladies?
They make me laugh. Who are they kidding?
So I'd follow her like a dog, from room to room.
Yeah.
And watch her
Quite
while...
literally, sometimes he was barking.
Yeah. And while, just watch her while she talked to other blokes. And then, obviously because I was driving, I wasn't drinking, so I was not really enjoying myself. And then somebody said, should we go and pick up Vera? And I thought, right, okay. And they went, Steve's got a car, let's all leap in there, we'll go pick up Vera. And this girl was like up for it as well, so I thought, brilliant, I'll be back in the car with her, away from all these lads.
Yeah.
One guy she had her eye on, he came as well, I was a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was in the car, so I'm driving down these country lanes, just driving along, and they're directing me, they're saying, go left here, go right. And then suddenly we stop, and one of them goes, just drive into that field, this pitch black field, right? And I'm sort of, well, it is my parents' car. Just drive in the field, Steve. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to, not seem like I'm a hard, cool, crazy kind of guy, because the chick's in the car. So drove the car into the field. They all leapt out, started running off into the darkness, shouting, Vera, 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 where are you? So I'm just sort of sat there in the car waiting.
Wasn't Vera Lynn, was it? Because she likes to hide in fields.
Bizarrely, it wasn't.
Right.
It was just, I was just left in the car on my own with Billy Ocean, and suddenly, out of the darkness, they come back holding a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that they had stole from a nearby farm, and they knew that the pig was called Vera because someone knew the farmer or something. Anyway, so they got this pig, so now they're going, I'll put the pig in the back of the car, we'll take it back to the party, it'll be hilarious. I'm thinking, well, I'm not sure I want a pig and all its, piggy crap in the car, right, crammed in there. But they say, yeah, so obviously I'm thinking again, I don't want to look like I'm, a nerd. I'm terrified of that, Rick, ever happening.
Yeah.
So,
So you go, hey, bring the pig into the car.
Exactly.
I'm no nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on.
So now we drive off again. I got this pig kind of squeaking in the back of the car. And, they say, stop again. Let's do some cow tipping. And they do that old thing, about the fact because cows sleep standing up, don't they? So you can push a cow over and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're having a wild time, hilarious. So this time, now we get to a sort of dead end in the road. And, they say, well, turn around, let's go back to the party. And I'm thinking, fine. Try and do a 3-point turn in this very narrow country lane, right? Get the Volvo estate wedged horizontally across the road. Can't get it out, just can't seem to sort it out. I don't know what, I'm panicking because there's a pig in the car, right? And, local disgruntled farmers, right? People drunk, partying, probably off their head on some kind of weed, Rick.
Well, was it loads of blokes with, pitchforks and flaming torches
Exactly.
going, burn him. He's playing with our pig.
Exactly that. And so that, do you know, I was so terrified that all I could think was they're going to have to send a helicopter to lower a magnet onto the top of the car to lift the car up and put it the right way around.
You used to read a lot of comics, didn't you?
Yeah. So, do you know what I started doing?
What?
Crying.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
So started crying, just very slightly, started getting upset. And the other guy that the girl fancied, he had to get into the driving seat and sort it out for me by slowly edging forward
So
and
that's the
backwards.
worst bit of the whole story.
Yeah, edging slowly back and forwards. He just sorted it out, just slowly worked the car back round, and then we were off.
You're just gently weeping.
Just gently weeping in the back.
The bloke had just taken the bird that you saw from a distance.
Exactly.
That was basically your wife in your head by then.
Oh, yes.
Was it? I can't
We were
believe it.
happily married with a pig for a child.
Don't joke, that could happen.
I know.
The pigs come, if you like.
Sorry?
What?
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
When you do what, Carl?
What? What did you say? No, what did you say? Because I don't want to have to go to the radio authority again. What did you say then? Just remember.
We are going out live, Carl.
Yeah, remember Tom Binns, right? What did you say?
What I'm saying is, why were they shouting Vera? Because pigs don't come to the name, do they?
Hey? I don't know the ins and outs of pig, have how to lure a pig into your trap.
Can I just tell you some very, very interesting things about pigs?
Please do.
Right. One, everyone knows they have a corkscrew-shaped penis, right?
A corkscrew-shaped penis. That's the tail, isn't it?
Two, they can't look up. They can't put their head back and look up, right? Three, they can have a 30-minute orgasm.
Rick, is it only pigs that have got a corkscrew-shaped penis?
No, and landlords.
Okay.
Very handy.
Right. But I was in the there was this woman sat next to me. She was to a big fan one. She was crunching on some popcorn. Again, that's a crime. Why they're selling popcorn in cinemas? I don't understand why
She
the
needs to
noisiest.
eat regularly, she's
Why
fat.
have the noise? Why the noisiest food in a cinema?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's come about.
Yeah.
Really makes me angry.
Yeah.
Exactly right. This-
Smoothies. We want smoothies without straws.
Exactly. The trailer for that film AI, Artificial Intelligence, came on. Do you remember that? And the tagline was, David is 11 years old. He weighs 60 pounds. He's 4'6" tall. He has brown hair. His love is real, but he is not.
Oh, yeah.
And she just went, how old was he again? To her boyfriend. Right? Just ruined everything. War film trailer comes on for some Pearl Harbor or something. She goes, yeah, I don't fancy that. Just announcing this, don't fancy that. Too many war films. So then the trailer, then the opening credit comes on for Crouching Tiger. And before that, that thing that comes up that says it's signed by the BBFC and it has the kind of certificate and everything, and that certificate to say what age you have to be to see it. That came up, and it said Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, in brackets subtitles. She went, it's not subtitled, is it? I thought this was the most famous foreign film for years. It won Oscars. It was a huge film. Everyone knew it was foreign. She goes, it went, and so the credits begin. It says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She went, stupid name for a film.
What? She just
She
wanted
paid
it.
to see it. She was with her boyfriend. So then it starts, right? And obviously it's in Japanese or Mandarin or something. She's like, yeah, and they're all talking in Japanese.
Japanese or Mandarin.
Whatever it is. So they're speaking in this, Japanese language, Oriental language. And she's going, don't they sound stupid? Don't they sound stupid? She was going, and then the subtitles come up, and it's quite a weird kind of strange language they're talking. And she was going, can't make the subtitles out either. It's both gobbledygook. Just wittering on every step of the film.
I totally agree with you, but what I like in your telling of it, I know you're getting quite
I'm
emotional.
genuinely livid.
But she went Mandarin or Japanese, some Oriental language. And
Well, I don't know what else.
It's a strange language. It's a strange language.
Well, anyway.
Oh, dear.
So then I moved. I climbed over several seats, made a big huff of, make a big show of moving. Yeah. Sat next to a guy on the phone, just chatting on the phone.
Oh, I'd have gone mental at that.
So now I hate that film. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like seeing it. I don't want to even think of it.
It's subtitles, isn't it?
Well, rubbish.
That's why I get videos.
Yeah, I should have thought that through, Carl. You're absolutely right.
Lamb chop.
Yeah, let's play Lamb Chop. This is brilliant. This is from this CD that came out recently with Uncut magazine. Occasionally they put out some quite interesting free CDs. And this was one that had various covers of Rolling Stones songs. And a lot of them were, quite shoddy. But this was a brilliant, specially done, I think, for the CD. It's Lamb Chop doing a version of quite an obscure Rolling Stones song called Backstreet Girl. It's just beautiful. Let's hear it.
Steve, you got any other toilet-related anecdotes?
Rick, my life is just full of toilet trauma.
Yeah.
And Carl, you may not realise this, but a while back I used to host, this is bizarre, I used to host a radio show on the BBC World Service, right? Now, if you want someone who's the voice of integrity, the voice of intelligence, the voice of a nation, you're going to come to me. That's obvious. And I was broadcasting, so now they've got listeners of something like 50, 60 million people around the world. It's mental, the listenership of the World Service. And I used to host this show with someone
It's a big place, Steve.
The World?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And anyway, so I had to be into Bush House where they broadcast from 10 o'clock every Friday morning to broadcast around the world to 50 million people, right? And one week, I went to the toilet in my house, right? Everyone had left. I got there a bit late. I got up a bit late. Already against me. The clock was already against me. Had to be there at 10 o'clock, broadcast around the world. And we got 2 toilets in our house, downstairs one, right? And the door had already been a bit dodgy. It was one of those doors where you had to give it a bit of a kick as you went in. It was getting a bit tight. I don't know what the wood was expanding or something. You know, I'm in there. And same thing again happens. No toilet paper. I think, oh, God, I'm going to have to somehow kind of make it up.
Why don't you check first?
I normally do, Rick. I normally do. It's just on like, certain occasions when I'm bleary-eyed or something, I forget, or occasionally I forget. Normally I do check.
Right.
And you've got to bear in mind that it's not like this is happening every week. This is over the course of many years that
Sure.
these incidents have accumulated. So
You've condensed them.
for the
two
purposes of
incidents.
this anecdote.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. And great. You're just brilliant to keeping the pace up of an anecdote there, Rick. You've just drawn in. I don't know where I am now. Anyway, I know where I am. I'm trapped in a toilet with no toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's where I am. And I'm thinking maybe I peel off some of the wallpaper, you know, things like that. But there's nothing I can do. I got to go upstairs.
Newspaper.
Well, exactly. But I'm going to have to go upstairs and find
Toilet paper, was there any?
There wasn't.
There wasn't? Oh.
I'm going to have to go upstairs and maybe find a notepad or something like that. And so I try the door, right? The door's wedged. I'm pulling on the door and I can't get the door open. It's just like it won't come open. And it's already, and I knew it was going to come to this at some point. Like, this is like, the clock's ticking. I'm trying to pull the door open, trousers around my ankles again. And I'm thinking, well, what I could do is I could open the window, I suppose, and like try and climb out. But not really, because I got the trousers around the ankles. And that's
Or if it was raining, just stick your ass out, 2 birds with one stone.
Sadly, it was a beautiful day, Rick.
I call it the World Bee Day.
And so what I'm thinking is, well, I got my mobile phone in there, luckily, because it's in my pocket. I'm thinking, well, maybe I can phone, I would seriously...
Kleenex.
Maybe I'll phone the fire brigade.
By this point, I mean, just dried.
No, it hadn't, it was...
Hold on, was that little puppy not around? Because sometimes you can call that, it's got a little bit wrapped round it.
Listen.
Or
This is
just use the
serious
puppy
issue.
itself.
There's 50 million people around the world going to need
Yeah.
to hear my voice in like
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Exactly.
And-
Where's Steve? He's not locked in a toilet again, is he?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
So I'm thinking about phoning the fire brigade, and I'm thinking,
Sure.
like, if I do that, it's gonna be the first call that goes straight on the speakerphone.
Yeah.
For like the entire fire brigade service
With
everywhere.
a butch hero carrying you down over his shoulders with your trousers around your ankles. Can I
Exactly.
just not pull him up? No, you've got to be taught a lesson.
Yeah. But I imagine the idea of phoning up and going, hello there, I'm trapped in a room in my house. Oh yeah, which one is it? Oh, I
It's
don't
quite
need to
small.
know.
It's quite small. Is it?
Yeah. It's not the toilet, is it? Because we don't want to come and rescue someone who's trapped in the toilet.
Which
No.
service do you require? Paper?
So I think I can't find the fire brigade. The clock's ticking. So then I think one of my housemates is still in the house, but still asleep. So I phone the house number. Right, phone rings and rings and rings for ages. And eventually he answers the phone, right? Gets out of bed, answers the phone, yeah. Hi, it's Steve. All right, what's wrong? I'm
What are you doing?
downstairs.
What are you doing? All right, yeah. I didn't wait. I don't know. What are you doing? I'm just in the
I'm just
toilet.
downstairs in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, what are you doing? Oh, well, I've finished what I'm... Have you got any toilet paper?
Any bog roll.
Yeah.
So he had to, kind of scrape together a few bits of paper, you know, and sort of tinfoil or whatever he could find in the house.
A cactus.
Come down
Oh, no.
Pass it underneath the door, right? And then I said, can you move away from the door because I don't want you to hear me as I'm, you know, wiping the... And so
You
he
didn't say that?
Yeah, well, I didn't want him to, you know, that's embarrassing.
Sorry,
That's embarrassing.
What were you wiping it with? Not tumbleweed. What do you mean? What
No, but
noise?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Right.
So then I say, right, can you smash
Why
the-
was he hovering? Why didn't he want to walk away? Will you keep your what was it outside with a glass to his ear?
Yeah. Thankfully, there was a window in the door, but it was frosted glass. You could just see my semi-naked body moving around. And so eventually I said to him, look, listen, I'm going to need you to sort of kick the door in. He said, well, I don't want to kick the door in because you're going to have to pay for it, aren't we? I go, yeah, but I got to go to the World Service. Well, yeah. And he was a lovely man. He's the weakest man you've ever come across. It's like if there's one person you don't want to have to throw their body weight against the door, it was him. He's like he'll snap before the door will. So he's smashing against
This
the door.
sounds like a fetish to me then. He went in there and there you were naked with lots of toilet paper. And you go, oh, you've broken the door down and there I am naked. Again.
Oh, you've rumbled me, Rick. I wish I'd not told that embarrassing story on the radio. Like it wasn't embarrassing enough, you've just got to make it slightly more seedy.
Oh, so did he get it down?
He did it, yeah, and I got to the World Service with like minutes to spare.
Oh.
And interestingly, I told that story to 50 million people around the world.
Joking.
Did they understand?
I think so.
What, I mean, is that a bit of a problem when you're on the World Service, like thinking of things that everyone can understand?
Yes.
Because you can't.
It's a bit
just
like
talk
when
about-
talking
Yeah,
to you, Carl.
yeah, exactly, Carl. I think you're on thin ice there, worrying about people understanding what you're saying.
No, but you can't talk about stuff that's on the telly and that because some people will say, "Oh, we haven't even got a telly here."
Oh, yeah, you're listening to XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
So let's carry on. Let's continue.
Well, absolutely. Well, obviously, Carl was out with me last night, and he saw that I'm, he knows I'm a ladies' man, and that was obvious. Carl, you could see the vibe around me, couldn't you? When the chicks were talking to me, and just remembered recently, actually, I was on a train coming back from hometown Bristol, and I was on the train, and this girl walks on, good-looking girl. I thought, hey, a largely empty carriage. I'm thinking, my luck's in, because I take every opportunity, Carl. That's the thing about me. I don't choose. She was a good-looking girl. She sat down. I thought she sat down right near me. I thought, brilliant. As this guy comes up behind her, and says, I think it's probably a boyfriend or something, sits down next to her. And I listened in on the conversation, obviously, because I'm pretending to read. It was very clever. I read the same page for hours, so I was pretending to listen. I was listening, but pretending to read. And I realised that it's not her boyfriend or anything. It's just some guy she's met on the platform. And I'm thinking, brilliant. If she's the kind of girl who's just going to start talking to someone, on a platform, on a train, brilliant, I'm going to be in here. Because he was only going one stop. So I'm thinking, what's the worst that can happen? He'll nick off, I'll get chatting to her, and who knows, I could join the... is there a train equivalent?
Foot High Club.
The Foot High Club, brilliant. And so I'm excited, I'm listening in. And it turns out that they're both kind of graduates who've just finished university, or they're coming to their finals or something. And they're chatting away, and he's making a couple of witticisms, and she's kind of tittering at his jokes. I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you this, if she's laughing at this kind of material, I am going to blow her away, with my kind of anecdotes and wry observations, It was weak stuff, I got to be honest.
Really?
He was coming out with nothing. He was running on empty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. So I'm thinking, brilliant, I'm going to be right in here. And then they get moving on to higher brow things, and I think she was going to study kind of Marxism or something like that, or communism, something. And she was asking him, by way of conversation, she was asking him what he knew about Marxism, And he was fumbling for his vague knowledge of it that he had in his life. And I'm just sat there thinking, come on, love, in any given capitalist environment, the proletariat will revolt against their oppression by the bourgeoisie, and after a brief period of socialist rule, emerges as a classist society governed by community cooperation.
Well, if that sort of talk wouldn't get a woman hot, I don't know what you'd use then.
If Marx and Engels is not going to get a woman sweaty down below, then nothing is. Then my name is
You're
not
just
Steve
biding your time.
Exactly. I'm just going to go in for the kill any minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, it comes to his stop. Right, he gets up. I'm thinking this is a piece of cake, and he gets off, and off he goes. He walks off, and I'm thinking brilliant. And I thought, I'll wait. I'll wait till the train's pulled away. I'm not going to leap in straight away. No. And he comes back along the carriage, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He goes, listen, do you mind if I give you my email address? Oh. Right, and if you want to get in touch, email me. I'm thinking, come on, you loser, get off now. Save your face, please, before it's too much. And she accepts the email address because she obviously doesn't want to hurt his feelings, whatever. I'm thinking, fair enough. She's a good woman. I'm liking her. I'm loving her. I'm thinking that's my kind of girl. So anyway, he gets off. I'm sat there, the train pulls away. I'm thinking, I'll wait a few minutes, I'll just, give it some time. Her phone rings. It's her friend on the phone. And she starts saying it, and I was listening in, and she was going, just met a guy on the train. I'm thinking, that's true enough. She goes, he was a good-looking guy. I thought, you're having a laugh, love. To be honest. Because I was looking at him, and she said to her friend, he looks a bit like tennis player Boris Becker. I thought, you should be so lucky, frankly, because I saw him. He had awful facial hair, if that's what makes him look like Boris Becker. Terrible little goatee beard. It was laughable. I thought, I don't know. And then she goes to thing, and she's like, I met him, we got chatting and stuff, and she was going, it's not often that you meet someone, generally in life, who's, kind of thoughtful and intelligent and funny. I thought to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, love. Frankly, if that's what you thought of him.
You just walked away.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even bother talking to her.
No, you were
I didn't even waste my time with her.
If she thinks that bloke is not only great looking, but funny and intelligent, and she got on well, and he was polite, and it was a chance meeting, and he thought, and she thought that you were like a freaky looking dork who didn't even have the nerve to speak.
If that's what she thinks, then I don't want to know her.
I couldn't. You walked away, and good luck to you.
And I have my dignity intact.
Yes, and she's nothing. Oh look! You're actually a little bit stressed there, aren't you? Because you had to drink last night, didn't you?
I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I was down at Steve's night. He was doing a bit of DJing.
Yeah.
Went down a storm.
And that's why you're all grumpy.
What? Do you hear what he just said? What? I was DJing last night. Obviously that XFM evening.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. My friend and I split the time on the decks.
Yeah.
What was the word you just used?
He went down a storm.
We went down a storm. Right, 3 girls. I was walking to the toilets during my set. 3 girls went, you are a genius. Right? What's his name? Dane Bowers?
Why?
Zane Lowe?
Because you played records in a certain order.
Yes. No, sorry, Rick, if you can't deal with that. Sorry if you're a little bit jealous, because this time you can't share the award. All right?
Dear.
But it was my credit this time.
You can tell he hasn't been a DJ. Because it's not just about...
It's not just about that.
The songs you play, it's the way you play them.
The way you play them, whether it's 33 or 45, very important.
Yeah, leave your hand on them as they're trying to go round.
But so 3 girls there, charmed by me, they loved it.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe, XFM DJ and MTV presenter, probably one of the coolest blokes alive. He came up, gave us massive respect. He said, I'm loving your set. He actually used those words, right? There were people coming up, they couldn't believe their luck. It was roaring. We'd stick on a track, people would cheer as it came on, right? My particular favourite, Carl, I think you'll agree, my particular triumvirate, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, leading straight into House of Pain, Jump Around, then straight into that current Elvis track that's been re-released, remixed by Junkie XL. I played the original, which I'd already played on XFM before. I'm already there, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right?
Three old tracks, you mean?
3 old tracks.
In a row?
Yep. And, I think the words that would best sum it up are, I kicked ass.
Great.
Rick. All right?
Well, I'm going to be kicking some ass today.
But, Rick, I just need to mention something quickly to you. When did I last see you? I saw you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because we went up to Edinburgh yesterday. We were very nicely invited to go and talk at the Edinburgh International Television Festival. It was quite a big deal. We went up there and we were interviewed. And Ricky chose to go on the train because it takes like 4 hours. Is it 4.5 hours or something on the train?
Yeah.
But it's quite leisurely. It's quite sort of gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah.
I opted to go for the plane option and fly up there.
More modern.
Exactly. And they bankrolled that. They paid for it all. And that was all not very nice. And as I recall, when I last saw you, we got a cab, didn't we? And you asked if you could get the cab to drop you off at the train station.
Yeah.
And then it took me on to the airport.
Yeah.
Did I? Now that was before. The last time I saw you was before I got to the airport and missed my flight, wasn't it? Because I had to drop you off in the centre of town. Yeah. No, that was just before I had to pay £165 to upgrade to another ticket.
How did you not tell me that in the last hour?
£165, Ricky. I had to pay because we dropped you off at the train station. So, I mean, do you want to go halves on that, or how do you want to deal with that? How do you want to sort that whole mess out?
Why were you late?
Why was I late? Because we dropped you off in the centre of Edinburgh, and do you know how hard it is to get out of Edinburgh in rush hour traffic?
But it was only 3 minutes away, so you'd have missed it anyway.
No, because if we'd gone the other direction, it would have been 20 minutes. It took me like an hour to get to the airport. And I got there, and the plane had already left, and the cabbie was just laughing. He was saying, we're never going to make it. He goes, you were a religious man, you better start praying. I thought he was being facetious. He was absolutely right. £165.
But hold on, why didn't he tell you that when he picked up at 4:15?
It makes you wonder. So obviously I'm a little bit annoyed, because you know I'm not a man who likes to sort of spend unnecessarily.
But wait, this is not my fault, because you were there when we made that decision. I didn't impose this on you. We both decided that might be. It's both our fault. I mean, it's no one's fault.
It's both our fault. That's fair. That's all I wanted to hear. It's both our fault. Therefore, it's both our financial obligation.
No.
£165. Just split that in half. Write a cheque, Rick. Write a cheque. It's fine. I trust you. You know.
Phone in. I think everyone. This is.
You're clearly
obvious.
irresponsible.
No, of course I'm not. If you share a cab and then one person's lucky enough to not be late and one person is unlucky enough, and that's what it is, bad luck. I don't think you share the obligation. It's a moral dilemma, this, isn't it?
But it's more than that, though, isn't it? Because let's be honest. Even if you had known that I was going to get there late, you'd have wanted me to hang around just so you weren't left around waiting for a train on your own.
No, because I got there.
You get bored sitting there. So you'd have wanted me to at least got in that cab.
I got there way too early. I actually got there I was there about 30 minutes
early.
You
made it fine then.
Exactly. So I mean, I sacrificed me hanging around for half an hour so you could get it at 4:15. And the other thing is this: you were going to get it at 4:15 anyway.
Yeah, but I would, if I'd gone the other direction and not dropped you off in the centre, I would have been there in time.
Wow, would we?
Well,
is that true? Wow. Only God knows.
Well, and the cabbie. What I mentioned it to. So,
I'll tell you what will cheer you up. I'll tell you what's better than 80 quid. I'll tell you what's better than, shall I?
Go on.
Music.
What, are you paying the whole 165?
Listen.
Yeah. What about, are you a fan of any of the great English operas? Like, The Pirates of Penzance?
Yeah. Gilbert and Sullivan. To me, Gilbert and Sullivan were like probably their day equivalent of like Richard Stilgoe getting together with Tony Slattery. And then 100 years later people go, it's brilliant. It is like, they might as well, I don't know, make any episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right, yeah.
Into an opera, and in 200 years' time we're going, that's genius.
Yeah.
Listen to this one, look, this is Party Quirks.
Yeah, Amdram Society staging Worst Step. Because I was in the Pirates of Penzance once in an amateur production.
You used to like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I did, that was
Although I did watch it when it first came on Channel 4 about 15, 20 years ago.
But we did the Pirates of Penzance when I was in an amateur dramatic society in Bristol, the Bristol Operatic Society, Light Operatic Society. I don't know why I was involved, because I can't sing. My audition, I thought, this is how desperate they were for blokes. I swear to God, right, I can't sing, you know.
Who are you?
Yeah, all right, calm down. And I went in and they said, "What are you going to sing?" I went, "Well, I want to surprise you." They said, "Do you want a piano accompaniment?" I said, "No, I don't think so." I went to the back. I swear to God, I went to the back of the room and I just sang. Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina dance, Thumbelina sing. Thumbelina, what's the difference if you're very small? 'Cause when your heart is full of love, you're 6 feet tall. I just did that. And they just looked at me like I was the weirdest freak they'd ever had. Immediately put me in the chorus, because that was how desperate they were for blokes. We staged it, we rehearsed it. I couldn't remember the lyrics.
Thank God you were doing Thumbelina.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
dear.
I couldn't remember the lyrics.
What was it for? Was it Gilbert and Sullivan?
It was the Pirates of Penzance. There weren't enough blokes, right? So that we had to double up. So some of the pirates had to double up as the policemen who were chasing the pirates. A little bit problematic in the scene when the policemen and the pirates have a fight. That was a little bit tricky. And the worst things, there's this sequence where like the daughters of the Major General all kind of like, oh beautiful, something like, oh beautiful little girls are we, la 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 la. And the women they must have all been over 40. I mean, real kind of toothless crones creeping around in their 90s.
Is it the sort of women that buy one of those sort of porcelain dolls from the TV and go, look, I've had a baby. It's not a real baby. It is a real baby. I'm going to stab you.
Yeah.
One of those.
Exactly. It's the sort of women that you'd see maybe on TV's Bargain Hunt. The kind of contestants you get on there. Those are women who sort of very nam-dram and they think they've clung on to their looks, but they have never made it in the guy who was playing there's a guy who's supposed to be an 18-year-old prince, an 18-year-old pirate, the Pirate King. He must have been 40 years a day. He also directed the show though, so he got to prance around in these thigh-high boots. Ludicrous. It was so embarrassing. It was shameful, really.
I'd love to go to Amdram.
Amdram is a whole other world. It's such an incredible place because there's so much backbiting and envy and
really,
it's incredible. It's worse than the real world of theatre and TV. It's unbelievable because the same old people get to do it every year because they can hold a note.
Can we go along?
You would absolutely adore it, Gervais. It is
film it, a secret camera.
Is it
true? Talking about when his dad said that, and then you told me something that I find amazing.
The thing is, it's Christmas. Obviously, I've got to go back to Bristol. I love seeing my family. Well, yeah, I do. But it means I'd see my grandparents who were, brilliant people. I mean, lovely people, but mental. I mean, utterly mental. And they've taken now there must be sort of 80 apiece. And it is quite an old age, but they're fairly good health, relatively speaking. And they just spend their time in bed. I mean, that's all they do, that's their profession. They've retired to go to bed. And they spend all the time in bed. I tell you what they're like. They're like that old guy, they're like all that old family in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, none of them had got up for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And
you said that they go to bed and they go to sleep, but then when they wake up, what they do is put an extra pillow so they're slightly more upright, and that's them in the day in bed.
That's the daytime thing.
But they get up and cook and stuff.
What they do is they've got about 6 teeth between them. I mean, my grandmother needs false teeth, but refuses to go and have the old ones extracted and the false teeth fitted. So she's working with about 3 or 4 teeth. Oh. My grandfather had false teeth given to him during the war.
Wooden ones?
Well, it was plastic teeth on a wooden pallet, right, that sits at the top of the mouth. He's still got the wooden pallet, but most of the teeth have come off. So there's about 4 teeth left, 4 false teeth. He's got a set of false teeth that make him look like he needs false teeth. I mean, that's pretty bizarre. So the problem is that they have to get up. They get up about 7 in the morning to put on, say, some beef or lamb, whichever they're going to cook. They put it on at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so that by the time they eat it at 6 at night, they can use the phrase, this is what a good meal is for my grandparents, if they can use the phrase, oh, that's lovely, you could suck it away. You could suck it away. Who wants that from a roast dinner? You may as well blend it up and serve it as a broth.
I don't want that phrase coming from old people without teeth.
No, indeed.
Because it must remind you of your rent boy days.
Exactly. It brings it all flooding back.
Oh, God. Flooding's the word.
Exactly.
Should we play a record before we get really disgusting about your grandparents and blowjobs? That is the worst thing
we've said the word blowjob far too many times today.
And in the same sentence as I can't believe.
Anyway.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh. Did I ever tell you about the time that my father, when I was younger, we went on holiday? My dad he'd bought a little boat. little sort of wooden boat, make a 3-seater, and he and a friend of his went out with me in the boat. I was maybe 12 or 13. Went out and we sort of went, so I think we were we had the little motor, outboard motor, chugging out. We just thought, we thought this was real seafaring stuff.
Brilliant.
We'd lost sight of the beach because we'd gone round a corner of like a mountain, or like a, what do you call it, like a cliff. And so we were just round the corner, and there was this boy, like just floating in the water. Not a boy, but you know, like a boy. And, very tricky to explain that on the radio. It's the same word, isn't it? Boy, a boy, and a boy.
Yeah.
And so we float past that and we're just chugging along. The motor conks out. Oh, I can't believe it. We have to row back in. So they're rowing away. I'm just sat there. And we noticed that every time we sort of think we've got past this buoy, it just seems to be back where it started again. And we realised that the tide is taking us to, but not taking us out, taking us towards these rocks. And we've just got ravaged rocks. And we were a bit pretty scared because I can't swim very well. Or I couldn't at the time. I think when my dad had maybe bought, you know, he didn't, I'll be honest with you, I inherited a lot of things from him. One of which was his carefulness with money. just the one life jacket.
How deep was the water?
Which I seem to remember he tore off my back and put on himself. So the water's pretty down. I mean, you know, I'm not saying we would have necessarily died, but it was pretty scary because the boat, you know, we were going to crash into these rocks and stuff. It was getting pretty unnerving. And so they're sort of rowing like mad, trying to we're just not making any progress. And we're beginning to think that this might be the end. And this boat, this kind of ferry boat comes chugging by doing tours. Ching, 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 ching. And it comes by and my dad goes, oh, wow. We were going, brilliant, they can help us. They'll throw us a rope, they'll tow us back in. He was going, you've got to be careful, hang on, because according to the laws of the sea, if he rescues us, Steve, he can claim my boat. The laws of the sea mean he can claim my boat as salvage.
I love the idea of
that's like a reward. Doing
that.
But what I like is, his 12-year-old son might die, he's thinking about the boat.
I know, but also, the other thing, of course, is that I like the idea of this ferrymaster going,
Yeah.
the boat be mine now, or take your son.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
I need a new bed. That'll be just right. King size.
Oh dear, that's lovely.
But, because when I was younger, I remember being outside a post office once when I was about 10 or 12 and finding a purse and thinking, oh, that's nice. And opening it up, there was some money in there and a pension book, and so it was obviously an old lady. I found an address, I sent it to her, and my mum said, you know, you've been so good there, you'll probably get a little reward. She'll probably send you a little reward. Nothing. I got maybe a thank you note, but no cash, no moolah, nothing.
Really?
And I was livid, because I'd been told that I was going to get a reward. I thought I've been a good Samaritan, nothing. So, many moons later, when I was at university, I learnt from that, and this is the most bizarre thing.
This explains a lot, doesn't it, Carl?
This is like the Mary Celeste. I went to a cash point to I thought, I can't get my card in here. And I realised there was already somebody's card in the machine. They put the code in, but then they just disappeared. They'd been kidnapped or something. So it was just there, waiting, sitting. It said, what do you want to do? And it gave you a number of options. I thought, interesting.
Steal or go to heaven?
Yeah, exactly.
You went, oh dear.
Well, I pressed balance just to check what their bank balance was.
Unbelievable.
It was a considerable sum of money. I'm not going to lie to you. It was not typical student debt. It was like, I think they were a foreign student. There was a lot of cash in there. A lot of money.
Did you feel a slight bulge in your trousers when you saw the amount of money?
I couldn't believe my luck. I thought to myself, now then, I could just take that card out and hand it in, or I could teach them a small lesson.
Right.
And maybe give myself a reward, because last time I did that, I didn't get a reward. So if I give myself £30, then I'll take the card out.
30?
Give myself 30.
You didn't really?
Well, I thought that's a good reward. And I went in, I handed the card in, I took
Steve,
and that's a little reward for me. And I'll tell you this, don't think it's evil, because I went in and I bought everyone a drink.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't tell them I got the money free.
Well done. Excellent. So probably gangsters are quite generous with the money they've stolen from other people.
Yes, but someone's negligence, Rick, has lent... the thing is this,
Steve,
right?
I believe it, except that buying people a drink, Carl. What do you think?
Well, I kind of thought that when he said it, but then I thought, but they'll be buying him back.
So he's still up.
So in a way, he's still a winner.
Yeah. Everyone's a winner in that situation, including the student, because frankly, if there had been a less scrupulous person who found it, they'd have probably helped themselves to a considerable sum.
I cannot believe he did that.
There was thousands and thousands of pounds in there.
What if Beadle had jumped out and slapped you with his little claw and said, we've been filming this merchant?
Well, so what?
How old were you then?
I don't know, 19, 20?
Would you do it again, or was it just to get the world back for the old lady's purse?
possibly do it again, yeah.
You're joking.
Well, you've got to think of it this way. You've got to think of it as there was a lot of money in there, and someone less scrupulous than me would have taken a fortune. They'd have cleaned them out. Whereas I just took a small reward, which I thought was more than enough for someone's negligence. And I've returned the car. They've got the car back. Everything's fine. Think of someone else. I could have gone on a spending spree. I could have been buying stuff, all sorts.
Yeah, but it wasn't yours at all.
Yes, but they probably would have given me a reward. And because, you know, sometimes people forget or, you know, they don't give you a reward, I thought I should take it myself.
You had to go at your dad for nicking a loaf of bread out of a phone box.
Yeah, but that's because it's for old people, geriatrics and stuff.
How do you know how old was your people who you were robbing from?
It was on a student campus.
Well.
Wow.
I think it was I thought it was excellent behaviour. I thought it was
that's
good, honourable behaviour.
That's showing another side to him, isn't it?
What would you have done, Karl, in that situation? And tell the truth.
I might have helped myself a little bit.
There you are.
I don't know what this is helping yourself a bit.
Like you say, just sort of, you know, send them back and sort of say, you know...
If you find a £1 coin in the street and you can be bothered to bend over for it, then have it. But someone's cash point card or personal belongings...
I'd let them know, though. Did you send it to them and say, I've service charge included? I've took that out already.
No, I handed it in to the...
You let them know? What do you mean you'd let them know?
I'd say, you know, you're lucky here. Right, I just took, I'd probably say 20, actually.
Okay.
Because that's just like one note.
Sorry, right, okay. You are winding me up.
No, I'm not. I mean, not for once. I mean, I know what Steve's like. He is tight, right? He is. And you know that, don't you, Steve?
Financially, you mean?
Well, no, I mean, just the way you are. You're very sort of, you know, you're not wasteful with your money.
I'm careful. No, I'm not wasteful. Absolutely right.
No, but to the extreme.
Not towards the extreme. Not towards the extreme.
No.
Look out for the pennies. The pounds will take care of themselves. All right? Simple to remember. Good advice.
Yeah,
all right?
But the thing is, right, I know that I take the mickey out of you for, like, you know, the way you look and stuff.
Sure.
Right?
Well, I'm right back at you.
But the thing is, you can't help that.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you something that women don't like.
Sure.
And it's fellas who are tight with the money.
Sure. I'm not frugal with money with ladies. I'm frugal with money with you.
Well,
I've got no reason to splash money out on you.
I've never seen you splash money out.
Well, you've never been out with me.
Steve, have you ever splashed out on a lady?
No, but I hope to one day. The right lady.
Play a record.
Sorry, just suddenly struck me something. I don't know if I mentioned it before. You mentioned that you tried to catch your guy out when you came back once. You opened the door really quickly to see what he was up to. Did I ever tell you when I was at university? Now, I'm very tall and I've got enormous feet. Size 14. Size 14 shoes. And when I was at university, everyone, it seemed to me, was wearing Dr. Martens. It was like you had to wear a pair of Dr. Martens. It was kind of the rule.
Dr. Martens was big for you.
Yeah, so that's a big pair of Dr. Martens. That's where the myth of the old woman who lived in a shoe, I think,
I know.
People with my size shoes. Anyway, I just literally kind of moved to university. I'd been there for literally a couple of months. And obviously in that first period, you're quite keen to kind of, you know, reinvent yourself, strike yourself, try and give an impression of perhaps being quite sophisticated, worldly, cool, all those things that, you've left behind all your childhood friends, so you're trying to, develop something.
He didn't bother, he didn't.
What, sorry?
You didn't bother?
No, I was working hard on it, and I was kind of, I was doing alright, and I had a tie-dye shirt, I was looking good. And, so I was trying, working hard to try and seem kind of cool and, not freakish. And, I came back from studies once, and I came in, and there was a little old cleaning lady that kind of would always come in every day and clean up our halls of residence. And I came back, and my door of my room was open, and there was like a little huddle of people just peering in, right? And I thought, this is odd, that my door's open and I'm not in there, and there's people staring in the door. And I looked in, and the little cleaning lady had my Dr. Martens on and was clomping around.
Making them all laugh.
Making them all laugh, doing an impression of me.
That's amazing.
Imagine that. Imagine the psychological scars that has.
I know that she's more popular than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they go, come on, Maud, let's go to the JCR.
Exactly.
And they carry her down. They go, drink. And she goes to, Steve, you better have that spotless by the time I come back. You go, all right, I will. All right.
But what I like is the fact that I'm sure that's not part of the cleaner's code. The cleaner's code, you don't have the keys to everyone's room, so you can go through their belongings and and play practical jokes. I mean, surely it's a kind of, there's a trust.
She must have looked like a wall bracket with that. I went bowling with him once the first time, and we went bowling at this place. Where was it? I mean, Finsbury Park. And I'd never been before. And he goes, "You got to wear special shoes." I went, "All right." He went, so. He goes, "Have you got size 14?" And she went, "Yeah, I've got one pair." And she put them on the table, and they look like crusty. Honestly, honestly, it looked like. It was. I just started laughing because they're so long and thin anyway, and they're multicoloured, aren't they? They're two colours, and it looked like Krusty the Clown's feet. And then this teacher went, all right, 14. That is big, isn't it?
It is a huge size shoe. You're right. Yeah,
and it was just the one cleaner in them.
Just the one, sadly.
She did have loads of kids eventually and brought them up in there.
I wanted to buy a laptop computer, and everyone said, go up Tottenham Court Road, and I was reading like magazines and stuff, they were saying haggle, make sure you haggle, make sure you're planning to haggle, get the best deal you can. And I found a shop which was selling the computer I wanted, and I went in there, and I had this whole plan in my mind of what was going to happen. He was going to say, like, it's worth this. I'm going to go, well, look, I can get it cheaper here, I want to buy it from you, I'm going to haggle, and off I went. So I went in the shop, and I said, yeah, looking for this, interested in this Toshiba. How much is it? He went, oh, it's 1,500 quid. I went, sure. I said, I'll give you 1,300. He went, it's 1,500. And I said, sure, but I'm willing to give you 1,300. He went, 1,500. And I was done already because he hadn't even begun to haggle. And I was assuming he'd at least go 1,400 and we could start, but nothing. So now I was screwed. My whole plan went out the window.
Yeah. What did you do? Just leave?
No, I said to him, the thing is, I can get this computer cheaper down the road, but, I like what you're providing here, I like your service. I've had good stuff about you. And it was amazing. I said, I've heard good stuff about you. And he went, I said, seriously, I can walk down the street, I can buy it there for cheap, for like 1,400. And he went, well, see you later then. And I was like, right. So I walked out the place. I said, well, I'm going to have to leave then. And I walked out the place, and of course I wanted to get it from there because it was still the cheapest, so I had to walk back in again. I went, yeah. I've just had some second thoughts. Listen, I'll tell you what, I'll pay the 1,500. Can I get a free carry case? He went, the carry case is free anyway. I said, I'll take it.
The carry case is free
I got
anyway.
nothing.
No, but how much would you charge for that if it was on sale? Carry case a tenner. Well, let's just say it is a tenner. Give it to me for free. And he went, no, it's a tenner. And you went, well, you said it was free a minute.
Yeah. It's just pathetic.
That is lovely.
It's having to walk out making a big statement and then come back in again.
Oh.